Well, hey everyone, Josh Rugger, Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff, and I'm not going to show you the tie yet because we had someone that was saying, no tornado tie, no tornado tie, no tornado tie.
Yes.
No tornado tie.
Right.
It's a lightning tie. Now, that does not mean that there can't be tornadoes today, but
exactly.
It's something that we got to watch. First of all, give it up for this guy right here, Josh Rugger. This guy came in this morning. He was already updating. I don't know how you get everything done. You're like you're like Span. You're like a mini James Span, which, by the way, he was on Nation.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was making blowing Paul Feinbaum's mind.
It didn't go according to plan. You know how it is when you've got weather graphics that are remote. He just had that 500 millibar trough. I didn't get to catch the whole thing. I'll have to watch it. But
absolutely.
Anyways, he had the 500 millibar heights, and it was showing the basically a 500 millibar trough, and he was telling them it was a trough with low pressure. He wanted to get to future radar. It didn't show up. Feinbaum was lost. Laura Rutledge was kind of like, all right, what's going on here? So,
Feinbaum couldn't believe it.
Either way, though, it was still pretty awesome that I loved how he was there.
They need to make him like a guest picker on Maine College game day. Like next time they go to Tuscaloosa or something, that would be sick.
He probably has enough fame and publicity where, he could. You know that Jelly Roll was kicking the field goal?
What?
Yeah.
Jelly Roll?
Jelly Roll was out there. By the way, the guy looks amazing. He's incredible. All right, so we're a few minutes into this live stream. We do have some information, and here's what we're going to do. I'm going to run this on the bottom of the screen. The game has been delayed until 4:30.
It has, yes.
So,
and which is to be expected.
Yeah.
It was gonna get delayed anyway. That's the thing. And I'm kind of surprised that they were able to still fit it on the main ESPN channel as well.
I know.
I thought it would be like on like ESPN News or ESPN Plus or something like that. But no, everybody will still get to watch it and everything. But I think that was a really good move.
That is a good move, and we're going to show you why. So we've got a lot of comments that are going to be pouring in, pun intended, and we got some pouring weather that's going to be happening. I just got to say this, too, before we get to this. I love how people can already make an assumption that you're totally wrong. Yes, we may be seeing breaks in the storms, but, I just don't think some people pay attention to what we're actually saying.
Yeah,
Instead, they just want to be mean. They just want to comment on there and just make messages and just to say stuff, just to get something out there.
Well, it's almost like they're just like anticipating, like waiting to jump on an opportunity to like send some kind of, mean message or negative comment or stuff like that. And I don't know. I don't know how you live with that mindset 24/7, like always negative, all the time. Right?
You're going to reduce years of your life by being that way.
It's statistically proven.
Yeah.
And so, you know what though? I pray for those people all the time, and just got to show them some love, even if they show you hate.
You got to. Exactly. I just want to show real quick. This is my weather headlines from Wednesday. Okay. Severe storms likely at times, and I even pointed out at times is going to be the key phrase. At times, because there have been storms at times, and when we go to this graphic, there's a severe thunderstorm
multiple
rounds possible
from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Yep,
that's all day.
All right, so let's go into that watch. We got the severe thunderstorm watch that's been issued. We thought it was going to be a severe thunderstorm watch. Not keep in mind, it doesn't mean that there can't be tornadoes. In fact, sometimes we kind of make a little bit of a, inside weather joke is that when the Storm Prediction Center doesn't consider tornadoes and they have a severe thunderstorm watch, there seems to be more tornado warnings when they actually have a tornado watch.
Yes, and here's the thing. They did mention, like, within the watch that a couple of tornadoes would be possible within the watch. So it is being accounted for. It's just that the most likely threat, as we've been harping for the last several days, is damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour. That's really the main concern with this particular storm system.
So, and here's the deal, too. We're not always right. I know we're not always right. I say when we're wrong. I'll be like, okay, we threw an interception on that one, man. We got to dust ourselves off. We're way off on that. But just wait until the entire day is over.
Yeah, and then
before
you can send it
comment about something.
Yes.
Then you can come at me.
If you want.
I'm a man. I'm 40. You can come at me.
Like Gundy.
I'm 40 plus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we just need a mullet on you. I bet you could grow that out.
I have that. I have that. All right. Let's look at this severe thunderstorm watch until 6 p.m. tonight. Now, keep in mind, that will be way before expired 6 p.m. for our area. Because remember, as always, with these severe thunderstorm watches, you've got essentially, that's interesting.
What's going on here?
I don't know. Something's weird there.
Max.
Something's changed.
Messing up.
No, yeah. Someone adjusted something. Let's see if the weather 2 does the camera. Okay, weather 2 does the camera. Weather 1 doesn't. We'll fix that. We'll figure that out. That's something that we can do in the background here.
Yep. But you know what? While you're doing that, let me look through Mega Doppler real quick and tour these storms.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. So I'm going to show Mega Doppler on Weather 1 while you're working behind the scenes here. So here's a look at Mega Doppler. This is a wider view here. Now, one thing that Dan and I were talking about just a few moments ago is kind of the parameters are a little bit more favorable the farther south and east you go. So if you look at this line of storms right now, especially south of Interstate 40, that looks like a classic QLCS right there, Dan. You've got that stout line, a little bit more instability or fuel for those showers and storms to maintain their strength. So if you live in the River Valley towards LaFleur County, Sequoia County, a little bit farther east towards Crawford and Sebastian County, this line will probably be a little bit more stout as it moves into your area. Now for Northwest Arkansas, especially north of Fayetteville, towards Benton County, we've got more of a mess, more clusters of showers and storms that are pushing towards the area right now. So this overall severe of the threat looks like it's getting a little bit lower as you get farther north and west. Now, obviously, things are changing, things are evolving, but
found the camera.
You found it.
I found it.
Yes.
I'm looking at this.
Was it hidden or something?
Yeah,
just off screen.
Yeah, it's all messed up.
What in the world?
I don't know. Let me just bring this down here. We're literally adjusting this on the fly.
On the fly.
So that's all right.
Good work. Yes. Well, we got it on there now, so we're cooking. I want to make sure it's exact.
Yep, you know me.
Yes, sir.
I don't think you can see any. You can only see it moving. So let's see, 371, 313.
Mm-hmm.
This is all
aspect ratio. OBS can be confusing sometimes too.
Yeah.
Like sometimes like it says that your source is up and then it's not actually up. It's like, oh my goodness.
This is all sorts of jacked up, but at least we can get it somewhat corrected. I think that's pretty good. Let's see.
Pretty close.
Moves a little bit. I got to adjust that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, keep going.
Yep.
Keep talking.
Yep. So here we go. So back to the radar. So again, these storms that are moving towards Northwest Arkansas may be a little bit less severe. And this is why we kind of had some concerns about the tornado potential as well and why it's very low. It's not zero, but it is on the lower side with this particular system. It's just not a favorable setup for widespread QLCS tornado potential, especially along and north of the Bobby Hopper Tunnel where instability is a little bit more lacking. But in the River Valley, and especially as you get a little bit farther east towards central Arkansas, that tornado threat will probably increase just a little bit more, at least briefly, because those areas are going to get the perfect amount of sunshine to prevent overmixing. You're also going to see maybe a more favorable trough axis at that point, because that's something that's not favorable right now either.
No.
We still have that kind of positively tilted trough.
Yeah.
And I always like to use the bike analogy when it comes to troughs, right? Think of a positive tilt that's going uphill on your bike. It takes a while for you to crawl up that hill, right? When it's negatively tilted, you go whoop, you go really fast, right? And that means the storms take off a little bit faster with the negatively tilted
and
trough.
that's what the storm is doing. It's going basically negative tilt as it comes through. And that's what's going to make it pretty intense. Now, there's already there's a lot of people on Dixon Street. A lot of people. I drove in and saw that, and you can see the winds are picking up. Right now, everything's dry, but boy, you can see the rain kind of developing off to the west. We've got some of our WeatherBug Network cameras.
I got them recording too.
Including, a lot of protests going on too, to combine everything else that's happening outdoors.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's going to be a protest that's on the Dixon Street area later today. And you just got to be mindful, weather aware. You can see those storms popping up. So if you haven't known, the Razorback kickoff has been delayed. You can see it scrolling at the bottom of the screen until 4:30 p.m. So that's the kickoff now, the expected kickoff.
Yep, on ESPN.
we've got a new update to the Storm Prediction Center's outlook. Let's check that out. We'll look at that. Sorry about switching back and forth between the graphics. I just wanted to make sure that weather cam was working.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you could see us.
And that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's a look. Tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds, all possible. The tornadoes is basically, along the leading edge of the line. Now, I'm looking at Mega Doppler, Josh, and this does not look like, if you pan up a little bit on Mega Doppler, that doesn't look super favorable in Northwest Arkansas. In fact, you could tell the line is going to be more intense in the River Valley, where there hasn't been as much storm activity. And that's something that we've been mentioning. And the additional storms that are starting to push into Southwest Washington County right now, which will be moving over Fayetteville here within probably 20 minutes, maybe less, and bringing some rain on Dixon Street. Surprise, surprise. There's those waves, multiple waves of precipitation. Now, you look at that, and there's not going to be any type of game at all.
Absolutely not. And that's why
in the early afternoon.
Exactly.
That's the reason.
That's why I got that tie too, because it's the angry lightning tie. These storms are still angry, right? They're still intense, but not like a typical QLCS Tornado Fest setup, in my opinion. It's more of those kind of brief tornadoes, maybe south of the line as well.
That's right. Yeah.
Not going to say weak.
No.
Because I don't consider tornadoes weak. But still, this is not one of those favorable
spin-up tornadoes. And they happen really quick.
Absolutely.
And they can touch down. They can do damage. They can lift back up. Let's check out the Storm Prediction Center risk. That's not going to be much of a difference here. We'll bring that up as we look and see if anything's been shifted. If anything, maybe shifted a little bit to the east.
Marginal. Yep. So that makes sense because now the cold front's pushing through those areas. I do think the system is pretty much on schedule right now. Maybe coming through a little earlier.
In Northwest
Arkansas.
A little earlier, and you can see that. And we'll go back to the radar. I'm going to do some stuff here as we on weather too.
And while you're doing that too, I'm going to actually show satellite and radar here again. So there's the front off to the west right now. It's actually moved a little bit farther east over the last couple of hours. But look at all this energy that's kicking in just off to the south and west of our area. Now, those storms that are moving into the River Valley again are by far the most intense right now. Out of all these storms that are pushing through Missouri, Illinois, Oklahoma, Arkansas, this area right here is the most intense part of the line. So this will be what we have to watch the closest with this particular setup. Let's look at high resolution water vapor real quick here. So there's the energy kicking in right there. I saw that over the Texas Panhandle this morning. You can see it kicking in.
Yeah, that's a lot of energy. And then another thing too is you can start to see how that's swinging out and becoming a negative tilt. And you can tell by looking at right here, the upper part of the trough, this is actually going to be the wraparound that develops that could bring maybe additional storms this evening. So even though it might be a brief break in the lightning and thunderstorm activity, there's an outside chance, probably a lower chance, that this would have lightning. Typically doesn't, in kind of like the cold conveyor belt, if you will. But as this system is kind of wrapping up, let me show you what's going to happen here. You can tell that this is becoming negative tilt because what's going to happen is that cluster of storms will be more oriented like that. And that tells you that the storm system is swinging through and becoming negative tilt. So something interesting there. Here's the radar. And look, already in Fayetteville, we got rain knocking on our doorstep. And if we put on the lightning, we'll do positive and negative. We got some lightning. So
it's starting to take off. So, I mean, there's a lot of folks I know that are still out there trying to tailgate, even though Hogtown got closed off today.
I think that was a good idea.
That was a good idea. By the way, they've been doing Hogtown for 7 years. This is the first time in that 7-year period where they've had to cancel Hogtown. Yeah. That's kind of crazy when you think about it.
That really is.
Yeah.
So there's a look at the camera right there, and we've got the radar, and so we'll be able to kind of adjust the radar as we're watching and see if there's any type of cloud to ground lightning strikes here. Will this affect flights out of X and A this afternoon? Absolutely. 100% delays. In fact, I would make sure you check with your airline carrier because there's a good chance that there's going to be delays. Now watch this. We'll bring up our Kessler WeatherBug network camera. And you're going to notice that there's already probably rain coming down. Look, you got it zoomed in on Razorback Stadium, and it's in a fog because of the rain that's happening. Why don't we zoom out? I'm going to zoom out a little bit on that one.
Zoom out for you. It's puking rain, says Alex Hall in the comments. That's my favorite term. Puking rain in Prairie Grove.
So we do have, just to let you know, we do have the potential, and we're going to launch it when these storms start rolling in, is that we do have the potential to stream our weather cameras on a YouTube channel. It's not on this YouTube channel, but the problem is that we have to get our own computer to run this, because this is our streaming computer for these live updates and stuff like that.
It uses a lot of resources. It makes everything laggy.
You know, it's a great idea too. Wyatt Puck with some good information. Something you don't think of.
Yeah.
Halloween decorations. You got to make sure they are strapped down, and because this will be bringing some wind.
Absolutely.
So, this is, by the way, Arkansas. Just in case you're wondering, we're covering Arkansas weather, and Northeast Oklahoma and Southwest Missouri. That's kind of like our region, our weather coverage area. If we go to this will show you the exact area. So this is in the northwest portion of the state. We do have some questions about, instability. Like, we're going to go through all that. We're going to look at all that stuff. But, someone like, can you show us the dew points and the fuel for the storm, says Hydra.
We can look at dew points here real quick while we've got it up.
So there's the temperature, 76. By the way, the models, we went 76 for the high. And I think this is what we're going to be, because we've got rain coming in, obviously.
That dew point in Bentonville's wrong. That's not right. It's always like 5 or 6 degrees above everything.
It could be, and it could be a little saturated from the rain earlier too.
That's true.
But yeah, that doesn't seem like
it's always elevated.
Yep.
72 over 71. Maybe.
Just because it rained.
Maybe because it rained, yeah, but still it's
so let's look at the dew points. You already saw that. Now let's do that cape with the amount of instability. So if you're watching, look at the moisture that's coming in.
Streaming in. I see you added the streamlines to that too.
I think that was a good idea.
I think that's a very good idea. Yeah.
I did. I added the streamline. I was like, that makes sense. If
exactly.
we're looking at dew points, we want to know where they're going to be advected from, and you can see how those southerly winds are going to be pumping in that moisture. So
yes.
Back to live Doppler radar. I got more lightning that's showing up.
Cape's gonna pull.
By the way, if you're watching this for the first time, thank you. We are out of the Northwest Arkansas River Valley area. We're Fayetteville, Fort Smith Market, Rogers, Bentonville, Springdale. This is Josh Rugger, meteorologist Josh Rugger, chief meteorologist Dan Scoff. We have a big day where Razorbacks are playing Texas A&M Aggies.
Yeah.
Peyton would probably be here at the game.
He probably would. Yeah, exactly.
Aggie alum. Thumbs down, but I'll tell you, they are a good team.
They are really good this year. This is the best A&M team I've seen in a decade, for sure.
It reminds me of the A&M team back in 2000.
Oh, yes.
But OU beat them 35-31.
They
came back.
Yes.
10-28. We were down. I was at that game, too. Epic.
Dude, you've been in some great Oklahoma games. I mean, you went there when they won the national championship. Dude.
I know. That was just amazing. It was so awesome.
Maybe one day for the Hawks. Maybe one day.
Well, there's no warnings right now, and that's why we're not in severe weather mode, just to let you know. We're just providing an update. We will come back on when there's warnings that are issued, but we do want to kind of go through some of the parameters. And you asked about that fuel. So here you can see some of the fuel that's available for the storms. Notice how that River Valley area hasn't had any storm activity yet.
It's kind of untapped. It's an untapped environment. And in Northwest Arkansas, I'm kind of noticing there's these little pockets of blue that are kind of showing up, which means that there's still a little bit of instability left, but it's sapped because of those
from those storms this morning. Now, here's what I was talking about with the stratiform rain last night. If you watch the weather forecast, yes, sure, you get lightning out at the leading edge of the storm, which is what's really highly electrified. In fact, Lincoln is going to be a great weather bug network.
Yes, it is. I got that recording.
Yeah, there you can see the rain that's coming in, and we'll probably catch some lightning bolts on this.
Oh, absolutely.
Cloud to ground lightning bolts, too. Those are the ones that are dangerous. Kaboom shaka. I guess someone had
Kaboom shaka.
I guess someone had a lightning bolt that created some loud thunder. Oh, here it is right here. Very electric and loud in Prairie Grove. Hopefully those tailgaters took heed.
Yeah.
Took heed.
And everybody else out there too.
Took the heads up, I guess, is what I was, what we're saying. 69 dew point on Bentonville on your guys' app. All right.
It's a little lower than what.
Maybe that's going to drop here.
Yeah.
So we'll see in the next update. I just don't think this is, one of the things too with the significant tornado parameter, it doesn't do a great job with QLCS tornadoes.
It does not.
It's more supercell stuff.
Really, I mean, the best way you can really forecast a QLCS type event is by doing that QLCS training with Springfield
and looking at the mesoanalysis.
Yes.
We're going to have to do that. We'll have to check that out, and we will here shortly. There you go, Major Thunder. This is what we were talking about. Yeah. Even though there's no severe weather right now, there's lightning. There's a lot of people that are outdoors right now.
Absolutely. I was going to say, Dan, I don't know if you've got a band name figured out yet, but I think that could be your band name.
What?
Major Thunder.
That sounds perfect. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes.
Now, I don't know where this comment's coming from. We're not saying bust. We never said anything even related to that.
It's called
I just said there may not be as much tornado potential.
Yeah.
But still thunderstorms, still lightning, still a tremendous amount of stuff. There's that significant tornado parameter, and it just doesn't show up. Now, maybe we have it filtered a little too much, but I kind of like it.
I kind of like it like that.
Yeah.
I like
Otherwise, it'll look like it's just everywhere.
Exactly. It's just crazy. Because, I mean, if you look at the like pivotal weathers, like significant tornado parameters, it's got like that, like 0.2 everywhere across the area. Yeah. Here's the updraft helicity tracks. But notice how there's kind of, again, this is not determining if there's like a tornado on the ground or not, right? I think there's sometimes confusion with that. It's where there is rotating updrafts, like moving over an area. And, you know, it's showing some spins here and there, but it's not really going to be a very accurate kind of description of what exactly is going on in the environment.
Yeah. Joel says right here, it seems unorganized, kind of messy. It is, however, remember that energy is just beginning to move in. So check this out as we look at this. We got so much lightning on here that you could barely see the thunderstorm. So I'm going to take the lightning off. And if we zoom out, it is unorganized in Benton County. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
But remember that this line is starting to organize and become a little bit more developed farther north. And farther south of I-49. So as that moves in, it won't have as much instability, but there's also that stratiform rain. And when we look at this, there is additional lightning. So these might not be a lot of lightning bolts, but boy, these are the positive ones that come out of nowhere and can really shake the ground a little bit.
Dan, I think we got Reagan just came in. She said the live stream's not working on Envato. I guess the bit rate is high or something like that.
It's not working at all?
Yeah, that's what she just said.
Seriously?
Yeah, I know.
Well, I did what I needed to.
Yeah, exactly. We have these new steps that we have to follow in order to get the live stream up on the website. And so it looks like there might have been an issue with that.
Let's see here. Yeah, that's not.
The spinning circle of doom.
That's not working.
Yeah. Let's see here.
I've got the event. It should be on.
Yeah, this new setup is just like not the best.
Nope.
It's not ideal.
It was working fine. You had to change it. I don't know. Don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Not good.
No. I'm glad she came in and told us.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because I was like, yeah, you'd have no idea.
Well, you know it on social media.
Yeah, social media is watching right now. Just had 2 lightning bolts in a row hit my subdivision. Talk about jump scares. No kidding. These are angry storms, Alex. That's for sure. I don't know what we're supposed to do on that front, man.
Yeah, let me see if I can fix it.
Yeah. Dan's going to try to fix that. We're live on Facebook, so we've got you here, said Keith. Yep. So we're live on every
doesn't even show
other
us
social
on
media
air.
site. Yeah. Oh, I've got it set up here as well. Well, everybody on YouTube, Facebook, X are saying that they can see us just fine. So that's what matters the most right now on that front. I know some people are wondering about the instability as well. I see a lot of comments about that. So here's just 1 mile's depiction on that instability. Again, you saw that we've got instability in place right now. So these thunderstorms initially had the potential to be strong to severe. But as you can see, that instability gets sapped really quickly. So by around 3, 4 o'clock, maybe even before 4 o'clock, really, the severe weather potential is going to drop off. It is going to drop off dramatically over our entire weather coverage area because not only are these storms going to kind of struggle to maintain their strength as they move east, but also they're fast-moving storms as well. Is it still being
Yeah,
trashed?
I'm still, yeah. I mean, I've done everything. It should be loaded. It's not, and it's like maybe because there's too many things on air.
Yeah, that could be it. That's a good point because you got PTN was on earlier and stuff like that. Seeing some really odd lightning from Roby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're gonna see all kinds of lightning strikes today. That's for sure. Wind picking up in Fayette Farm. Let's see here. They can't talk in absolutes, y'all. The only absolute they can say is that there's going to be rain, especially when it comes to severe weather potential, Trace. That's a good point. I mean, every severe weather risk has some uncertainties, and I think we've talked about those uncertainties ad nauseum over the last several days. I mean, again, these storms that move through during the morning hours definitely impact the instability in far northwestern Arkansas. River Valley, a little bit more fuel to work with, a little bit more time for these storms to cook, which is why they are a little bit more intense south of Interstate 40. But I'm going to go back to Mega Doppler here, and I want to take a look at this line again because, I mean, this line even kind of looks a little more disorganized right now as well. Of course, the upper level support is still kicking in right now. A lot of times it takes a little while for that support to move in. So obviously this line could rapidly strengthen, but you can clearly see it's kind of breaking apart a little bit more southwest of Stigler. So again, these storms are highly electrified. They're producing a lot of lightning as we expected. It's a high impact event because of all the outdoor activities that are going on. But in terms of the severe weather risk, I think it's a little bit lower than maybe with some of these past systems that we had, at least when it comes to QLCS tornado potential. Still some strong winds, though, along that line. You can certainly see that here if I move this to storm relative velocity. But this line right now, non-severe, moving off to the north and east, and it should be pushing towards southern Washington County and portions of the River Valley very soon. It's going to be arriving in LaFleur County very soon. I actually will go ahead and make a storm track on this as well. So these storms are moving very quickly off to the east-northeast, about 50 miles per hour. So make a storm track on this since a lot of you folks might want that. It's going to be a little bit challenging because it is this line that's moving to the northeast. So let's go ahead and build that. I'm building that behind the scenes.
Yeah, they did something. They messed it up.
They just changed a bunch of settings.
Yep. It's messed up.
You know what? Maybe because they did the power outage thing too. When they turn off the power.
Yep. Probably didn't restart the streamer computer or anything like that. I don't know.
Yep.
There's 5 minutes of black video, and I can't delete that. And there's not supposed to be breaks and all that stuff. So, yep, they messed it up.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's a problem.
Yeah, that is a problem. We'll have to get that figured out soon.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay, sweet. So Dan's going to go and talk a little bit more with them behind the scenes, make sure we get everything working on that front. But here's a look at a track. So we did a storm track. I know some of you wanted some tracks. You can see here that this storm is expected to arrive in the Fort Smith area within the next hour. I really think it could be before that, though, because these storms are moving so quickly. You can also see it's moving towards Mountainburg at around 114, 139 in Charleston, 145 in St. Paul. So this is the strongest part of the line. This is the line of storms that is going to be the most concerning, I think, as we move throughout the rest of the day. Because if I take the storm track off here and we move a little bit farther to the north and west, you can see these storms in northwest Arkansas are a lot more messy. They're not really favorable for severe weather potential. We call these storms typically cold pool dominant storms, meaning that there's a lot of cool air that's being produced by messy convection. And so a lot of times these storms are sucking in cooler air. And they're also not in a favorable shear environment either, especially with that northeasterly motion. So I do anticipate the severe weather risk being pretty low along and north of Fayetteville. So like extending from Fayetteville all the way to Huntsville to Jasper, you move north from there, the severe weather potential is going to be a little bit lower in those locations. As you can see a little bit farther to the south, though, as I just mentioned, these storms are a lot stronger. And that's the line that we're going to have to watch a little bit closer as it moves towards Interstate 40. But still, I'm not seeing anything from this line right now that's too concerning. And that's why we're probably going to drop off this live stream within the next 20 to 30 minutes, because there's no point in staying on until we see more significant severe weather. And right now, that's not materializing. Now, this is just a short-term pattern. Obviously, things can change. And as I just mentioned, the upper level support is likely lagging behind just a little bit right now. We actually saw that on water vapor. But once that upper level support comes in, there is going to be a window of opportunity for higher end severe weather potential, especially along and south of Interstate 40. So Hydra, that's pretty much what I'm saying. If you live in northern Arkansas, I think the risk is a little bit lower, but obviously not low when it comes to thunderstorm potential, because we've got a lot of storms going on. I'm interested to see the lightning situation as well. So we're going to turn on the lightning. It's going to take a little while for all this to populate on the screen because there's so many lightning strikes. So just give it a few moments to cook here. But these storms, as Dan mentioned, are angry. So as you can see here, a lot of these storms are producing frequent lightning, as some folks said, odd lightning. And even with the rain on the backside of the storm, you're starting to see lightning as well, which is why we are concerned about the Razorback game encountering delays. Now, thankfully, they moved the game back. So by 4:30, hopefully, most of this is moved out of the area. But, Dan, a lot of folks are talking about this here. Timing is key with this system, says Joel, and it's pretty much what it boils down to as well. We had a lot of storms that moved in early, and so that may prevent higher end severe weather potential. But
yeah,
what's going on with our live stream on that front?
They said there wasn't a schedule, but I did. I scheduled it.
I saw it.
Saw it.
I literally saw it in real
I might
time.
have deleted it when our engineer was looking for it, but yeah, sorry. Live stream probably not going to work on our website.
Yeah.
So
unfortunately, I made a push to, assuming that it was.
I know. It was working. The time before when I did that. So whatever. I don't know.
It's just ridiculous.
I just hate, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Look, there's not even a slate. It's all messed up.
I know, it's just a black screen at this point.
It's all messed up.
Well,
so sorry about that.
Yeah.
Frustrating.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys are at least able to watch on social media and stuff like that.
Got a troller on there.
Jason was banned and their comments were removed. Bye, Jason.
Well,
banned.
What happened?
I don't know.
Did you do that?
They got the ban hammer. That's what he got right there.
Oh, there you go. Speaking of hammer, I just heard some rumbles here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That is a downpour coming right towards Dixon
Dude,
Street.
You can see it off in the distance too.
Oh, look at that.
Wait, hold on. What's the Bentonville Square look like right now? I'm just curious.
Not as stormy.
Not as stormy.
But about to be.
About to be.
Man, Fayetteville had a storm just blow up right on top. Now,
yeah,
this is not tornado potential, but some gusty winds. You can see the winds that are going crazy.
I stand with Dan Scoff.
Yeah. So watch this. We'll zoom in on this. Look at this cell popping up. Oh, you're about to see Fayetteville disappear in terms of that rainfall.
Yes.
This is going to be some super heavy rain.
Absolutely.
So you can see the ticker at the bottom of the screen. It does show that the game for the Razorback game has been delayed until 4:30.
Small hail.
In case you haven't heard.
Yeah, it's going to be on ESPN, by the way, too.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's the main channel.
Yeah.
There you go. Hopefully we put on a good performance.
Look at that. There is some small hail. You can tell, too. You got the milky white that's showing up. Here's a look at Mega Doppler.
I'll zoom in here so you can see these specific areas. So just south of Walker Park right now and north of the Country Club. Which, man,
pea-sized hail coming our way.
What is up with that area, man? It's always a target for these stronger storms. They had a tornado earlier this year. Now you got hail moving through.
Wind is picking up.
Yeah. It's small hail, by the
small,
way.
It's not going to do any damage.
Yeah, very soft probably, too.
But it does show you it's about to pour down.
Yes.
I don't think there's any tornado potential that's in Benton County. I just really don't.
So,
Whoa, look at the latest one.
That hail's lifting to the north. It might be on top of our station soon.
Yep. Oh, I can hear it. It's outside. You can hear the hail coming down. You want to get your phone?
Yeah.
Do a little live stream out there. Let's get the scene from Dixon Street here.
Yeah.
Here, right here. Hold on. Take a picture of that and then put it on your phone.
That on there. Doing some live reporting. My favorite. All right.
All right. Wow, that's cool. I definitely want to see that. So we're going to get Josh's live report.
Yeah, I know.
He comes on to
mic'd up right
StreamYard. and gives us a view of what it's like outside on Dixon Street. But we've got an absolute downpour that's about to occur here right on top of Fayetteville. And I'm telling you, I saw thousands of people that were outside on Dixon Street just walking around. Some people had their umbrellas in hand, so that made sense. But we're not kidding when we say that the weather conditions could be, pretty serious. And even though this isn't severe, with people outdoors with lightning, you're about to hear a big, huge boom of thunder probably. It's potentially some dangerous stuff. So we'll bring this up here. I'm going to bring that WeatherBug Network camera again. Oh, yeah, look at that. There goes the city of Fayetteville. Pretty much gone. There's a positive strike, too. Man, that is an absolute downpour. Stand by here. Yeah, we got that time-lapsed as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up Mega Doppler, where you can see that live feed. So there's the live feed. This is from, go back to our graphics here. Oh, it is just downpouring right now. There's an absolute downpour. Can you get it? Oh, Josh is not on yet. And then there's more storms on the way too. But we'll go through this and we'll take a look at the radar tour, and then we'll track these and tell you when these are headed in. So there you go. You got an absolute downpour. You got a little bit of hail, some small hail. Not super big. You got some small hail that's developing down here. Remember, all these storms will have lightning. Oh, here we go. Josh Rugger is on. There you go, Josh. Are people scrambling for their lives?
Yeah, we got some small hail going on. I've been seeing it. It is extremely tiny hail, very soft. But look at all those folks out there on Dixon Street right now. There's a bunch of cars out there. I've seen a bunch of people trying to run under cover right now. So they've been caught out in it, it looks like.
All right, let me bring that up here. Bring it up full.
Yep. So I'm standing just outside of our back porch right now. See the back side of that storm over there right now. And again, I've been observing some small hail here and there. It looks like the hail has stopped now, so it's very brief. It was very small, not even pea-sized hail, like it was minuscule. But torrential downpour, bunch of folks out on Dixon Street. All of them have ran for cover into all these bars and stuff like that. I see a lot of people with rain gear, but looks like some folks got caught out in it, Dan. That's for sure.
Yep. Soon to be soaked, as I like to call it. You can also get that view of people on Dixon Street from the front of the station, by the conference room.
Yep.
That's always a good view. We'll continue to keep you on here. I'm going to remove you from the. Yeah, there you go. You get to see the whole studio
behind the scenes. Yeah, there you go.
Scenes here. I'm going to remove you. I'll see you when you're back in position here. All right, so back to this Mega Doppler. Look at all the lightning bolts, too. We got a lot of what we call positive cloud-to-ground lightning strikes. Check this out. You can see the positive CGs that are showing up. Quite a few of them right over Fayetteville. In fact, it's like the same color as the radar here. I need to change that. Might need to make those white or gray or something like that. You can barely see those. There you go. You get to see them when they show up. But there you got additional storms. See, another round of storms is coming in from the southwest. And so all this activity is lifting northeastward. And this is great news because this will really significantly limit the tornado potential. I'm telling you right now, in Washington County, not really going to see that. But along the leading edge of the line, this is a pretty stout QLCS. I got to get the lightning off of here. Anywhere along this line, there could be some embedded circulations, and we're going to look at that here real soon, coming into along and south of I-40. This is an area that we definitely have to watch. And remember, there's that lightning that's behind that. Now, maybe because this is moving in a little bit quicker, that we've got that potential for storms that are going to be moving out maybe a little sooner too. So that'll be good. All right. Josh, I got you back on. Do me a favor and mute your microphone on the camera. You should be able to still talk though.
Okay, I muted my DJ mic mini, so I'm going to be doing it from the iPhone microphone real quick. I think that was probably what the issue was, is that I still had the DJ mic mini on, but I don't think there should be any echo anymore. But we're looking outside on Dixon Street right now, and look at all these folks right there. Look at all these people that are out and about right now. Some of them don't have the proper rain gear on, that's for sure. So hopefully they can find a place to get under the cover. But look at this torrential downpour. You can also see a lot of this rain is wind-driven as well. You can see it kind of sliding across the parking lot there off in the distance. A lot of folks obviously out and about trying to get parked. Some of them may not even know that the game is starting at 4:30 right now, which is why you can see that scrolling on the bottom of your screen. But look at this. We got some folks running, trying to get under cover right now. I'll tell you this, though, Dan. Here's the good news. We're watching these storms roll through. There's nothing that looks too concerning visually in terms of severe weather potential, at least in the short term for Fayetteville. This storm's probably going to really sap that instability as well as the main line tries to push into southern Washington County. So a lot of good news there. It's just a big storm, an angry storm, like you said. Produced some small hail just a few moments ago. And now it's starting to push through Dixon Street and cause some impacts, obviously, to all these folks here. But man, I'm hoping there's more people that are prepared than this at the Razorback game later on this afternoon, because there still could be some scattered showers on the backside of this system, and that could cause some impacts as well. So we'll certainly have to watch that very closely. But yeah, just a normal garden variety storm moving through Dixon Street right now, Dan.
All right. Yeah, I appreciate that. I think that's what the deal was, is that your microphone, I wonder if you mute your microphone on the phone, does it still pick up on the DJI mic?
It does, and that was the problem, because I muted my mic on the phone because I was hearing an echo, and I was like, why is it still doing that? And then I look at my DJ mic, it's still on, so I turned that off, and it completely stopped. So next time we got like a live report and one of us has the mics on, the DJ mini mics on, we'll just have to mute those and use the iPhone camera. I think that will fix the problem.
All right. Always interesting to see how that works. Yep.
Yes.
Well,
Troubleshooting in real time.
We appreciate the report. One more time, we're going to get the view. See, this is always I like to see this view, because you can see people scrambling, unfortunately, but also at the same time, you're kind of protected from the heavy rain.
I'm glad I'm protected too, because I don't want to be out there.
You can see the overhang. Check out the overhang.
Yep.
Yep, there you go. You got the overhang underneath you. Yeah, that's a great spot. That's a great viewing spot. Of course, you can't see any more to the south, any more to the west and the east, but still, you get that view here. We're on the Dixon Street.
Good lightning strike.
You got one off in the distance?
Yeah, I just saw a lightning strike off in the distance right now. It was, I'm counting down the seconds right now. It looks pretty close. Okay, about 2 miles away.
All right. Before people comment on that, here's what we're going to do. Josh said it was 2 miles away. Oh, we lost your feed. There we go. You got it back. How many seconds would that be in between lightning and thunder if it was 2 miles away? Let's see how much education we have with our viewers right now. So he counted when he saw a lightning flash, stopped counting when he heard the thunder crash. And how many seconds was it? 10? So how many miles away would that be if it was 10 seconds in between lightning and thunder?
Do, 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 do.
Panda says 10 miles. Wrong.
I just realized when I do a thumbs down, it looks like I'm doing thumbs down to all the people outside. Hey! Go Hogs! Woo Pig! Yeah!
10 wrong. 8 wrong. 5 wrong.
Woo Pig!
Josh is loving it.
Yeah, we got some hype people out here.
Remember, we're telling you 10 seconds in between lightning and thunder would be how many miles? Michael Bollinger is saying 2 miles.
Ding, 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 ding,
You are
ding, ding,
correct.
ding.
2 miles. 5 seconds in between lightning and thunder. Not every second per mile. See, you're going to learn something new every time.
I'm going to stay out here for a few more moments, Dan, because I'm seeing some CGs off in the distance.
Yep.
I don't want to miss these.
Guess what? We got more thunderstorm activity. You need to stay out there because there's going to be another lightning bolt that's going to be approaching from the southwest. So here's what we need to do. We need to show you this on the radar. So this is the storm that Josh is seeing the lightning from. I'm going to bring it up full. We're going to keep you on here, Josh. But there you got the light from the storm to the north and to the east that had small hail with it. We just got a report from our producer, too, Ariel, saying that there was some small hail. And then, but look at this. Look at what's coming our way, Josh.
Oh, boy. Another one. That one's got some small hail, too.
Yep. We'll check that out and we'll look. It does have a little bit of small hail with it. And that might get a little bit bigger just because it'll have a little more time to develop. So let me show you that on Mega Doppler. And if we look.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty stout storm.
I know. And that's coming right towards Fayetteville. So that's going to be an absolute downpour again.
Yeah, the next person I see, I'm going to tell them to run.
Well, they got a little bit of time. Of time. And I'll show you here. Let's go to the Graduate Hotel. So this is looking to the west, but we're going to show that looking to the south. Hold on. Oh, big old lightning bolt to the south of us.
Oh, yeah.
This lightning, too, very, very shortly.
That low level moisture is moving really fast. Zooming.
And see, here's the deal. Yeah, maybe these storms are not severe, but it's still pretty dangerous, though, with all this stuff, with all these people outdoors. So there's your southwest view. Well, let's see if we can get a little lightning bolt on this.
Oh, big CG. I just saw a huge CG.
To the north?
To the north, yep. That storm to the north is cooking a bit.
Nasty in Springdale. That's the one that people are seeing right now.
I'm watching that one too.
I will, Caitlin. We'll show this. We'll see if there's really rotation on it. There is a little bit of weak rotation on that cell that's coming into Western River Valley. So, but I don't think there's going to be any type of rotation with this. Now, nothing really strong. It's all kind of elevated. Here, I'll show you what we've got when we bring it up on the other one. Just so we can bring that up. So here you got Joplin. You got, a little bit of there's a boundary there, but I mean, you look at the radar, it's not very strong. This is just this is a cluster of thunderstorms that's non-severe. So here's the good news here. Northwest Arkansas for Benton County, Josh, I don't think there's tornado potential. It's just we're too rainy, we're too cloudy. And there you got more thunderstorm activity that's moving in. And see, all this even has lightning to the southwest. That's the energy that we're talking about, and even some positive CGs. These are typically all positive CGs. But there you see, if we put this into motion, there's definitely some motion for that rain. Josh, I do want to keep you out there because people don't realize another storm is en route, and it's going to be there very soon, and it's going to be a sneak attack too.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people. Like there is a ton of people out here on Dixon Street right now, and they're just unaware. They seem to be very unaware about what's to happen. And here's the deal too: these storms are moving really quickly off to the north and east, about 50 to 60 miles per hour. So they'll be here in about 5 minutes or less. And so to kind of piggyback on your comment as well, Dan, about the tornado potential, I agree 100% about Benton County. I think the tornado. Whoa! Woo! Did you hear that?
Oh, I did. Yep.
Oh man!
Here, and I'm telling you, that was a bolt just south of us. This is dangerous, folks. This is why we had the alert day on there. Yes, it doesn't mean that there's going to be a massive tornado outbreak, but this is some crazy stuff. Hey, look, our newest meteorologist chiming in, Davion, says loud here in town.
All
Big time.
caps. Yeah. These storms are definitely speaking. That's for sure. They got something to say. They say to get inside, take cover.
Don't kick off at 2:30, which is exactly what's happened now. Delay in the game.
Exactly. Oh, here comes the heavy rain. Okay, rain's starting to pick up quite a bit now out here.
That's not even a main storm, Josh. That's just another cell that's to the southwest. Check this out. We zoom in here. I'll bring this up full. We'll still have your stream, but look, this is that cell right here that moved overhead. But look at what's south.
Ooh. That's big time. That's big time. If you're out on Dixon Street, you need to get inside right now.
There's no hail on that, but boy, a lot of heavy downpour with a lot of lightning.
Absolutely.
If we look at the echo tops, look at that. That's the tallest storm of the day right now. So this storm is evolving, it's developing, and it's strengthening. Now, real quick, just to show you, we do have this part of the line that we've got to watch. Just to the east of Stigler. See, this is more of what we call QLCS. And if we look, there is a little bit of embedded rotation along the leading edge of this line that's approaching southwestern Sequoia County. So this is an area that you do have to watch. That's going to be moving into Sequoia County as well as northern LaFleur County. This is the most dangerous portion of the storm. And this is what you're going to be needing to watch. If you live in Brent or Salisaw, you can start to see that beginning to bow out, the backwards C shape. Right on the leading edge of that is where you get that tornado potential. If the ingredients match up, and I would say looking at this appears to be balanced, Josh.
I would agree 100%. And that's also where the instability is a lot greater. You were just talking about Benton County earlier. I wanted to mention, too, that while the tornado threat is low, it's going to be a lot higher south, I think, along and south of the Bobby Hopper Tunnel. I think along and south of the Bobby Hopper Tunnel, that's where that instability is a little bit greater. You have a better quality moisture as well. And obviously, as you're seeing here, the line is a little bit more organized. You're not getting those messy thunderstorms like in far northwestern Arkansas right now. Whoa! Another big CG. Get ready. You're about to hear a big boom in just a minute. Here we go.
We're counting. Remember, every 5 seconds that you count is a mile. Oh, I hear it.
That was a little less than 2 miles right there, Dan.
Yep. Every 5 seconds that you count is 1 mile. So if it was a little less than 2 seconds, it was about, or a little less than 10 seconds, that would be about 1.8 miles.
Yep.
All right.
You hear that crackle, too.
Real quick, just to show you, I'm going to bring this up on a split screen. This is something, Mary, that we got to watch. You can start to see this beginning to become more balanced, and there are some embedded circulations along the leading edge of this line. So this is something that we'll have to watch. Everything else, though, to the north, this is all unbalanced. This is all, in terms of tornado potential, not there. Nope. And Benton County, not there. Washington County, pretty much not there, but it is a lot of lightning and thunder.
Yeah, I would call that storm mode not even a line, more like clusters or multi-cells, really.
But they are
So
producing hail.
alert day, alert day. Someone asked too. This is a good question about this. Should we be worried about damaging hail like May 18th? No. This is totally different. Supercell thunderstorms, and this is not a. Josh,
It's
get
about
ready.
to start dumping. It's about to start dumping here. Let's see if there's any folks about to walk through here. That's
No, I
telling them to
didn't
get
say
indoors.
that. There is no tornado threat for Benton County. Benton County is not having a tornado. It's not there. There won't be a tornado potential in Benton County.
Yeah, it's more along and south of the Bobby Hopper Tunnel, in my opinion. Far southern Washington County, all the way down into the River Valley. And the tornado threat is still low, but it's not zero, so we'll have to watch it in those spots. But Benton County's good.
I showed you southern Sequoia County is the area you got to watch, and we'll continue to.
Woo! That was a big one, Dan. I counted about a half second.
You kind of do need a gimbal, don't you, Josh?
I do.
Yeah.
A little shaky.
That's all
Also,
the
that
caffeine. All the
that bolt-
caffeine that you got. But says brother needs a gimbal. I'm dizzy. I know. It's tough to hold that, and your arm gets really heavy too. Give it just a few seconds here, Josh, and we're going to be able to really see what's wrong. These people have no clue. It's about.
Hey, y'all better get inside. Y'all better get inside. Big storm coming. You gotta get inside. Yeah, you hear that? I don't know why you guys are just walking up there.
Just get ready.
Yep.
Here
They're
it goes.
running now.
It's about to absolutely pour.
They're Aggies, so it makes sense. No, I'm just kidding.
And look at you calling the opposing team.
Exactly. I mean, I was just trying to help, and they were just like shaking their head no at me. And then it finally ran after that big lightning strike.
I know. Why do you guys doubt so much? I'm so tired of that. Like the public hates meteorologists and doubt.
Dude, these are some big lightning strikes. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous to be caught out in this. Whoa. See that?
I know. Angry storms. Even my dad doubted it too. My dad would be like, well, whatever, it's not going to do that. And then all of a sudden it starts hailing. I know we're not right all the time. I know we're not perfect. We're definitely not perfect on timing.
See these people right here? Gotta get inside. Don't you see all the crazy lightning strikes going on around you?
I mean, I'm sure they do. They just don't know.
Well, they don't think it can happen to them.
Yep.
You never think so until it happens. That's why lightning, to me, when I storm chase, lightning is the scariest thing to me because I could see the tornado. I could see the hail. I don't know where the lightning's going to strike. It could be anywhere.
Yeah. There's about to be a big old bolt to your basically south. So you're looking right now, you're looking north. And you're going to be looking northeast, and you're going to see a giant lightning bolt here. Get ready.
I'm watching. Trying to be as stable as possible with my camera.
No, I know. We got to get that on there because I think there's going to be a giant CG here real soon.
Got it facing that way. There was a flurry of about 5 lightning strikes that were within a mile of where we are.
I do know there's a live camera too. I do know that.
Nice. What's that next lightning strike going to be?
Here it goes. Yep. The camera's going to be facing east on Dixon Street. So I'll show you. We actually can bring up that camera.
There was a strike
we-
off to the northeast.
I wish we could control it because last time there was a big event, the autumn festival. But the problem is you can't control it. But here, I'll show you. I'll bring up the live view here. Yeah, here you go. This actually has a pretty good view. Stand by. I'm gonna bring this up.
Oh, big CG just now.
Oh, I think we missed it.
Just a few moments ago.
Northeast.
It was right off to the north and east, as
Look at that.
forecasted by you.
Okay, so here is the radar. It's showing you the heaviest of the storm now is in East Fayetteville. But I do want to show this. This is the Dixon building right here. There's the Dixon camera, the live webcam. So you can see all the people that are on Dixon Street, cars that are driving. This is a really cool camera. You see it buffering right now. That's the Walton Arts Center, and this is facing east. But here's the deal: like these storms are unorganized in terms of severe and tornado potential. So
yeah, I mean, I'm sitting out here on Fayetteville. I just don't. Of course, I am facing the northeast, so I can't see all the storm features at one time. But there's nothing visually in Northwest Arkansas right now with these storms that screams tornado potential. Because those kind of storms have that look. Visually, you'll have like a rotating wall cloud, very healthy updraft, all those kind of things. Beaver tail. These storms don't have that. Matter of fact, I would say a lot of these storms are a little bit elevated in nature too. Truthfully, in Northwest Arkansas, which makes sense because that surface instability is lacking now because of all the storms that we've seen throughout the morning hours, which we did put on our graphics. We harped on that we would constantly have morning thunderstorms. So tiny hail in East Fayetteville. I just saw that comment. Not seeing it here on Dixon Street. Might be just east of Dixon Street right now.
All right, I'm going to show you something here. We're going to bring up. So right here. So we've got our newest weather graphics. Ready for this on the stream? This is our live stream right here. And yeah, this is some advancements we're doing to the live stream. So this is this special weather statement that we have that's out for Northwest Arkansas, and you can see some of the areas that are going to be impacted. Now, Josh, I got to show you this. There's more rain and storms. And by the way, I think you can come back in. You're good now.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yep.
I'm going to head back in right now.
And if you want, at the bottom, we can put the Razorback game is delayed until 4:30. Kickoff has been delayed until 4:30. Put that at the bottom of the screen if you can as a ticker. So there's a look at the thunderstorms. Now, Josh, as he comes in here, we got additional storms that are developing. And here's the problem. Look at this. Oh, man, that's a lot of rain. And that's a lot of thunderstorm activity. And the storms just keep coming. Look at all this lightning. This is on the bulk edge of the line right here. That's even more lightning that's happening.
My goodness.
So I just did a, yeah. I just did an advancement here.
The comments, they're so funny. I was reading through them.
Yeah.
Get that man a tripod.
I know. Yeah. Have a gimbal. Those are things, but look at all that rain that's coming. All right. We got to keep an eye on that line that's in Sequoia County because it does have a little bit of that circulation potential.
Still there too. Makes sense. Leading edge of the line right there. And it lines up with reflectivity as well. Again, this is where the instability is a little bit greater in those locations as well. I was trying to think. what camera we could probably use to see that down there. I mean, Mountainberg, maybe Cartwright Mountain, but that's kind of a blurry.
Yeah,
deal.
that's down.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think it's working. Cartwright
Oh.
Mountain.
oh,
Yeah, you can't really get anything. It's
Yeah.
noisy and pouring in Rogers. All right, so here's the deal. Like, we don't really have just to let you know, tornado potential is not really going to be there in Benton and Washington
Absolutely,
County.
yeah.
It's absolutely not.
Yeah.
So if you're worried about that, don't be. River Valley, there's going to be QLCS tornado potential. Hasn't really evolved. This system that's coming in is so strong that it's just producing thunderstorms everywhere.
Mhm.
And that's why we were mentioning, how that would be an issue. So if we bring this up here, we're going to look at our Mount Magazine WeatherBug Network camera. There you get to see the whole thing. There's the storms that are rolling in. You can see the low-level wind shear too as well.
Yeah, the low level jet is
It's kicking.
It's kicking in really fast.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's look at Mega Doppler, and we're going to look at that one storm here. So we're going to switch to Mega Doppler on this.
Oh yeah,
I got it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
There's the area of the line, and then in the meantime, on Weather 2, Josh, I'm going to bring up the Storm Prediction Center.
Okay.
I'm going to take that back. I'm going to bring that up on Weather 3. And we're going to look at the ingredients for QLCS tornadoes. How's that sound?
Yeah, do some meso analysis, as they say here.
Yep.
And it's great because now we have the mic mini, so you can kind of walk around without losing the audio. So Dan's pulling that up right now. But if you're just tuning in, the most concerning thunderstorms at this time are moving into Sequoyah County near the Salsaw and Brent areas. So this is going to be right along Interstate 40 right now. This storm is actually moving right along Interstate 40. So Northwest Arkansas, as Dan just mentioned, not producing as much in terms of QLCS tornado potential. It's pretty much non-existent. But south of the Bobby Hopper Tunnel in the River Valley, that could be a different story, which is why we're watching these storms very closely. And again, there's these little areas of rotation. There's one just east of Brent and another one right along Interstate 40 near Sallisaw that we're watching.
Yeah, and those are going to be areas that definitely have to check out. All right, so let's go bring up, if you can, on this Weather 3. I got it right here. So this is going to be the meso analysis, okay? And we're going to take a look. This is the supercell composite. This is the line of storms that's moving in order to look at see if there's QLCS tornado potential. You can see how that low-level instability kind of increases a little bit in parts of, basically areas of the River Valley, not necessarily in Northwest Arkansas. But there you go. You get to see the increase in low-level instability. Now, are those shear parameters going to be matching up with what we have in terms of balance? So we got to take the radar off of here in order to see it. Doesn't look like it.
It's
not
pretty
strong
weak.
enough.
Yeah, very weak.
It's not strong enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, the stronger the vectors are, right, the more leeway you have as well. So if it's what is it, around 30 knots?
Yeah, 30 knots. It's got to be 30 knots.
Yep. And it's not very strong, so you don't have as much leeway when it comes to storm motion.
Nope.
So it's got to be perfect. I mean, it pretty much has to take the perfect motion, and this is why these tornadoes that we're talking about are spin-ups. That's going to be the nature of any tornadic activity today.
I don't think we've got it. It's not strong enough.
Yeah, it's not.
The bulk shear is lagging behind. So this is a pure example of a thunderstorm complex that has produced a lot of storms ahead of the energy.
Yep. And
now the instability is lacking. So tornado potential is off the table.
Man, and we talked about that too, like me and you over the phone, actually.
Yeah.
I think a couple of days ago, it's like, all these models want to bring in the upper level support very quickly, but from our experience, most of the time that lags a little bit.
Yeah.
It lags by about 3 to 4 hours, I've seen. And that always kills severe weather potential.
Yep.
Even on like high-end days. This is not even a high-end day, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
high-end for lightning and thunderstorm
Yes.
activity, but not necessarily for anything else. So
exactly. That's not going to get it done.
We'll take a look here. So yeah, just to let you know, we're behind the scenes. We're doing some stuff. We're showing some different things. So yeah. Now don't forget another thing we can do is there's a lot of stuff going on. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring up the lights in the studio real
Yeah.
quick. I'm gonna tell them to bring up camera 3 on the Prod PC. So
Oh yeah, we do a little bit of that.
hey, can you bring up
Yes, I
camera
like that
3
shot.
in programming?
Camera 3?
Camera 3, just straight up camera 3.
So let's see here. Yeah, okay. So Ryan says I understood like 8 words of those explanations. I mean, it is a little bit more technical,
Well, that's what we do here.
but that's what we do, and also just basically the short and skinny of it is that we're not expecting high-end tornado potential
Nope,
today.
that's it. And we
That's
just
it.
kind of looked at a lot of stuff. So if you ever watched our live stream, we talk about all this. Let's see here. So just to let you know, this is what we were kind of looking at, all these streams. So welcome to our weather lab. You can now see our weather lab and what we've got going on.
All of its glory.
But the deal is that those low level winds in the 0 to 3 kilometer range above the ground are not strong enough to create a horizontal spin that will be ingested into these storms that will cause tornadoes. So
absolutely. And the storm mode as well. You know, even with these storms, even the stronger storms, right? On Mega Doppler, you can see it. It's kind of a mess. It's not like that clean line, right, of storms that's moving through. So what happens is if you get these storms that develop out ahead of it, which you're seeing that on Mega Doppler right now, these little storms that are developing out ahead of that stronger line, that creates what we call cold pool dominant storms.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you'll see these QLCSs struggle in that environment because they're not able to ingest that shear.
So that's exactly why we don't have that tornado potential. We're just kind of looking at, because a lot of people are always asking, tornadoes, are we going to have tornadoes? Doesn't look like it. It looks like there's so many thunderstorms. Now, problem is that we've got lightning.
Yes.
You can hear it booming out there. It's angry. It's an angry storm. A lot of lightning. That's causing issues for people outdoors. That is kind of why I did the alert day.
Yeah.
So many things. And a War Eagle Craft Fair and the Ozark Craft Fair. These are all things that are happening. Now, when this line does come through and the main line does happen, there will still be some wind potential.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can't let your guard down on that.
I'll tell you why it's angry. It's angry because A&M's in town.
I know.
Doesn't like them.
And I loved how the A&M fans were out there and they're like,
they were shaking their head no at
it's
me. I'm
fine.
like, no, it's not.
wrong.
Come on. And then they started running. I'm like, okay, now you're running, huh?
Now you're
Okay.
getting on to it.
Now you're getting on to
All
it.
right, so back to this. We're going to look at the radar. Let's do a storm track on that other line and let people know what's headed our way. But yeah, this is just a giant cluster of thunderstorms. That is it. That's all it is. Special weather statements, not quite severe. Still, we'll have some gusty winds that are coming into Sallisaw. So Josh is going to update this. Do you think the speed is 50?
It was 50 earlier. You think it's faster now?
No, I think it's slower.
You think it's slower now? It was around 50 earlier.
Is that what the special weather statement is?
That was what an earlier special weather statement said.
Don't talk bad about my Aggies, said someone.
Sorry, big rivalry, and also I've been hurt by you guys 12 out of the last 13 times, so there's a lot of pain there. I will say my dog is a rough collie, so she's excited about the game today. Old Harper's excited.
Is it Reveille? Is that the
Revelle's the official mascot? Now I have to mention one other thing about Reveille just real quick. Did you know that she lost her eye? One of her eyes. She got glaucoma.
That's what I heard.
In one of her eyes, and so
she's got a patch.
She's got a patch, and I'll tell you, Reveille looks tough in that picture. So I'm a big Reveille fan, and I'm a big rough collie fan, so I like that. But otherwise, I'm not the biggest Aggie in the world, as you can see. They had their yell practice last night at Arvest.
A hail for Rogers? No.
Nothing
super major there.
Let's see here. Let's see what the official speed is. I'm going to look real quick. Yeah, so it says 35 miles per hour. That sounds about right. Looking at the latest loop. So I'm gonna take this line here that's in the river valley. I'm gonna push that off to the north and east. Again, this is the most dangerous part of the line right here. So if there's any part of the line that we have to watch a little bit closer for damaging winds or that very low threat for tornadoes, it's going to be this part of the line right here. It's moving off to the east-northeast at about 35 miles per hour, according to the special weather statement. So I talked about Fort Smith about an hour ago. Fort Smith, it is moving in within the next 10 to 15 minutes. So you live in those locations, just a heads up on that front. A little bit farther to the north and east towards Mountainburg. I think part of this line will hit Mountainburg, so around 1:35 p.m. there. West Hartford at 1:40. Ozark at 2:23 p.m. Boonville at 2:41. So we'll probably get a good camera view in Boonville within the next hour or so. Ozone at 3:03, and then Clarksville, which is on the far eastern portions of our weather coverage area, at around 3:05 p.m. But this is the most dangerous part of the line that we're looking at right now.
And hey, Josh, real quick, if
yes.
someone's asking about the hail risk, I mean, here's the deal. These storms are not major. They're not super strong. They're not going to be a problem in terms of hail. So if we do get hail, the largest we'll probably see is 1/2 inch. And I think that's even overdone. There's been some hail with these storms. I know people are obviously concerned about what happened on May 18th, and rightfully so. I was working that. That was an isolated supercell. That clearly was a problem.
It was.
This is a cluster of unorganized garbage in terms of thunderstorms. So you don't have to really worry about, that. You do have to worry about heavy rain. Got to worry about lightning, as we've already clearly found out.
Exactly.
And some gusty winds. But as far as tornadoes and large hail, I don't think those threats are coming to fruition.
And again, I like the point that you made earlier. I just want to reiterate this. You have the alert day in place today, not necessarily because of the severe weather potential. I mean, we have severe weather potential in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
But it's an alert day because of all the activities that are going on today, the potential for so many folks to be outside, exposed to these elements. That's why we're calling this a high impact event. And that's why we're live streaming right now, because we want to make sure everybody's staying inside, staying sheltered for now, and waiting until all these storms pass before getting outside and doing things.
Yeah.
Because I know it's the weekend. I want to get outside. I want to go tailgating, but can't do it right now. There's too much storm activity.
No, that's the lingo I know. Cluster of garbage.
Cluster of garbage.
That's kind of what it is, though, to be honest with you. So, again, we are watching. I can hear another downpour. It's pouring down again in Fayetteville.
Absolutely.
And there it is, a nice little downpour happening right now that's coming down. And if we go to our Fayetteville Mount Sequoia WeatherBug Network camera, and there goes the city of Fayetteville disappearing before your eyes again due to heavy rain.
The fog.
But there is a little bit of a circulation that's still showing up in Sequoia County. But we looked at the QLCS parameters, and even though it's got a little bit of that rotation, because it is somewhat balanced, it's just not as strong.
Again, it's just not in a favorable area. The lines does not look favorable for QLCS potential. It just kind of looks like a mess.
Yeah.
Now, if that was more line normal, that would be a problem.
Well, it is kind of line normal because the shear is out of the southwest. The 0 to 3 kilometer line normal bulk shear is southwest. So it is perpendicular to that line. But the thing is that even though it's perpendicular to that line, this is all messed up here. Just jacked up.
A lot of new things. There's a lot of new things.
We did a lot of new things that we were adding, and obviously didn't have time to test it because we were doing it last night. But some of these scenes are not set up properly. They move around and all that stuff. So we'll work on that. We'll get that all fixed up.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyways,
there's a lot of troubleshooting today.
There you go. You can see the message that's scrolling at the bottom of the stream, though.
I like that.
Yeah. And we got the special weather statements on there as well. And we can interchange that for different information. So
somebody was asking
really nice
about flood impacts. Let's look at the rainfall over the last few hours here.
I mean, definitely possibility of some flooding. This will take a while to load, but you can see that training of the storms is something that we talked about.
Now, there could be some flooding potential there in eastern Adair County up into Washington County. That's where those storms have been kind of training over the last few hours.
Is what y'all seen about this area same south as northwest Louisiana? No, northwest Louisiana is a little bit farther south, but the storm activity will be a lot less, in my opinion. This is where the energy is focused.
I really think even for areas farther east, it's going to be maybe a low-end severe weather threat today, too. That's why they didn't pull the plug on an enhanced risk. There's just too many uncertainties and limiting factors at play.
Yeah. There's your rain, though.
About 2.6.
Definitely a lot of rain. So, yeah, what do we know? What do we know right now? Well, Josh, we know that there's a lot of storms in northwest Arkansas. That was expected. we know that the main line is still coming in. There's a lot of activity that's still coming in that's going to be impacting our area at 2:30. So it's a good thing that the game has been pushed back.
Absolutely.
We know that there's a lot of lightning. And I'm going to show you here as we bring that up and check it out. So here we have the thunderstorms that are popping up. Look at all this rain. But this is just thunderstorm activity, not even severe. So there's really not going to be a whole lot of severe thunderstorm warnings, honestly, with this line. And the reason is all the thunderstorm activity that popped up ahead of time. So that's the reason why.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But you know, and that's why we're doing the live stream, because a lot of people want to know about just outdoor activities. But look at the amount of lightning that is coming into Fayetteville.
Copious amounts.
That is.
Absolutely.
Big time lightning. That's why we got the lightning tie. And this is big time lightning.
Yeah. It's not small fry.
No. But you know, I'm kind of seeing maybe a little bit of an earlier trend. Instead of 2 o'clock for these storms to move in, they're coming in more at like 1. Really? Yeah. So it's an hour earlier, which means that, hey, you know, 4:30, even though we might have to duck and dodge some rain and storms, and there could be, you know, minor delays, there's not as much lightning on the back edge of this. And then once that comes through, I think that's going to be the end of it.
I think we'll be in good shape.
Yeah.
There is that also that kind of small chance for, as you talked about earlier, that kind of cold conveyor belt moving through the area.
But I don't think it's going to have lightning.
But it's not going to have lightning. Yeah, it's just it's scattered showers. Yeah. That's really what it comes down to. So here's what I would do, and I've already got all this stuff prepared. I would pack some rain gear just in case for the Razorback game.
Yeah.
Even when these storms pass, you may be thinking, all right, well, it's done. But there could be a few scattered showers throughout the evening hours as well. But nothing severe, nothing crazy.
Let's look at this here. So here's what it has at noon, and we already know that that's not right because
trash.
This is, can I just say this? This is why, as meteorologists, we cannot tell you exactly when a storm is going to move in 2-3 days out.
Exactly.
That's what people want. I get it. I know that's what you want, and I want it too. That's exactly what would be nice if we could come down and predict that down to the minute.
Absolutely.
But it can't. And here's the reason why. What do we go off of for timing? We go off of computer model forecast. What do computer models stink at? Figuring out when storms are going to move in.
Well,
because look, here's noon, right? That's what it's supposed to look like. Here's what it currently looks like. Go back to the radar here and we'll bring this up on full. So there you go. That's noon. That's supposed to be noon. Nope.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal. You were talking about how the models struggle to show what's going to happen in the future. Man, it struggles to show what's going on right now. How are you supposed to completely trust your guidance, which again, models are not a forecast, they're guidance. How can you completely trust the guidance when it can't even get what's going on right now because it's not properly analyzing the environment that's currently in play?
When it can't even go out an hour in advance.
Exactly.
And it doesn't get it right.
Yeah. And I remember, you know, live stream earlier this week that I did, just showing the general setup and stuff like that. A lot of folks wanted to know, okay, what's going to happen here? What's the tornado threat? What's this and what's that? And I'm like, we can't talk about that right now. The storm, like the piece of energy wasn't even on shore yet. So it can't even get properly analyzed from the weather balloons. So that's why we always kind of take a cautious approach when it comes to these kind of setups. There's some setups, and they're very few and far between. You're just like, okay, that's kind of slam dunk potential right there. But that is very rare.
Yeah, I'd like to put that to the test. Mr. Mission Control, no way.
92 hours out.
92 hours out accurate. You should be making billions.
What is that? Geo Sentinel?
Geo Sentinel, yeah.
I've never heard of that.
How about this? Kat says, for the ones who need to hear the rain, it's back.
Hey, you back there. The rain is here.
Yeah.
I like that comment. 99.9999% accuracy.
How do you even calculate on 1/10,000%?
And earthquakes.
Earthquakes too.
How can you do that?
Well, I will say this: that, you know, there might be some earthquake potential. Looking at coronal holes in the sun and combining that with some stuff. There's definitely some people that does. Yeah, AI also tries to predict timing of rain, and it's pieces of trash. AI is great in a lot of stuff. I got to be honest. It's great in calculating things. That it's great at making creative, graphics,
Absolutely.
artwork. It's great at making videos that almost look real.
Funny videos in some cases.
But unfortunately, AI is also so good at making those videos that people think, yeah, that's exactly what's happening. So
come on.
yeah.
It's thinking.
It's about as slow as everything else.
Come on, man.
There we go.
There we go.
Finally. Stop moving. So back to AI. Look, this is what it's supposed to be at 12:30. Wrong. Trash.
Throw it out.
So you can't even.
Yeah.
This is why we don't even show you.
Yeah.
We don't even show you the timing. Screw the timing. Doesn't work. It's not right.
I mean, that's my philosophy now. Every time I look at the models, and if they don't have what's going on right now, correct. I don't even look at the future anymore. There's no point.
Nope.
It's not going to get it right.
Yep. I will say this: there was a model called the Spire WX. It was a high resolution model. We had some beta testing time with it. It was awesome. It was really good.
I got
to be honest.
That.
It was a great model.
Was great.
It hands down destroyed the HRRR.
It did. It was going to
annihilated the graph.
Graph wasn't even close.
Yeah.
You know what? Just a look.
Yeah.
Just intrigued.
Let's just check out what the graph has right now at noon. It's actually better.
Not too bad, honestly. Okay, I give credit where credit is due.
Better than the HRRR.
Honestly, graph might be right about the timing too. It might have been right about that a few days ago because remember, it had the storms at 7 a.m.
But it struggles with stratiform rain.
Exactly.
On the backside.
It does.
It struggles. It shows it barely even raining, and I don't know if I necessarily believe that.
Yeah.
It does have that little wraparound. See, I believe this too. I think the wraparound of that storm system is not going to evolve like it showed just because the energy is kind of lagging back. It does go negative tilt, but it won't be until it's east of us.
Until it's east, and that doesn't take off until that happens.
Yeah. So let's go. I think we can end this live stream, to be honest with you. We just got a bunch of rain and thunderstorms. That's not.
I mean, it's just not.
That's not going to do it. It's there's a little shear boundary. The then you can even see how it's dying.
It is dying out. It's like really wow. That's
super elongated.
Elongated big time. That's done. That's finished.
The weather rock is right. There's no doubt about that. The problem is the weather rock isn't going to tell you 2-3 days in advance because it'll be dry. And yet people are asking, hey, when does it rain on my house on Saturday at 2:30 in the afternoon?
Weather rock.
No.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I do believe in? I believe in the persimmon seeds.
Well, someone asked about this. Those. Someone asked about.
I saw a persimmon seed comment.
We haven't done that yet. We've just been busy with everything else. But no, it's pretty close to time.
Pretty close to time.
It needs to be there. Yep. Yeah. Needs to be there.
I believe in those.
All right.
Mr. Mission Control.
Where are these forecasts? I'd love to see them.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd love to test them. Put them to the test. I'm a tough grader too.
He is, Professor Dan.
Yeah. I will rip apart stuff that, and I'll give credit where credit is due.
Are you as tough as Werman?
Werman was just, he didn't know what he was doing. I mean, he was tough, but he was also terrible. I'll straight up say that.
Yep.
I loved his Doppler on wheels and what he did there.
It's cool.
But when he was teaching meteorology for the introduction, we were learning stuff that graduate students were learning. Just coming in. And then you watch the show Storm Chasers and you see how, he missed basically almost every single tornado that was out there, including Greensburg.
You know what's funny about
and his teaching assistants and stuff like that were like, we should go to Greensburg.
Yeah. You know what's funny about that?
Yeah.
I just thought about that while you were talking. I think the reason why he missed out on all the storms was because he wasn't even thinking about the foundational side of meteorology. Yeah. Like most of the time when it comes to like storm chasing or stuff like that, it's really the basic stuff that you got to look at. He wanted to go like all out with all this crazy stuff and all these crazy terms. but he never looked at the foundational aspects of things. I mean, how are you supposed to be a good meteorologist if in an introduction class you're not learning about the basics of meteorology?
Yeah.
Building a foundation. I don't know. He just wants to sound smart, basically.
I mean, here's another thing too. Someone says I've been seeing a lot of spoons this season. I'm
Oh.
excited for snow.
Oh.
So let's just talk about this.
Yeah.
It's been pretty quiet and mild. You know what goes up must come down, right?
does.
You know we're going into another La Nina. La Ninas bring what are called amplified weather patterns. Hey, we got a 60 miles per hour report in Salisaw from this line. So the line's a little stronger. But anyways, let me finish my thinking here. Is basically what I'm saying is that we could have an active winter. But then again, it could be pretty mild. One thing I don't like about social media is that everybody wants to make the next season the biggest, the baddest, the worst, the most significant. Let's just talk about the hurricane season, shall we?
Yeah, exactly. It was supposed to be the biggest, baddest hurricane season of all time.
Nope. Long-range forecasts are not good, which is why I don't really like publicizing them, because they're more than educated guesses.
Yeah.
When we're forecasting 7 days out max, that's like, you got an idea. 3 days out, you got a better idea. 1 day out, you got an even better idea. So I think his forecast has been spot on. But going back to this,
there's the 60 miles.
Here's
per hour
the 60
report.
miles per hour report from that line. Storm chaser, reported power flash, brief loss of power. So that was when that leading edge of the line came through. And it makes sense. It was a little bit stronger. And if we look, there's that balanced regime that kind of shows up. Don't think it was a tornado. Oh, it's super weak.
Yeah.
It's so weak. And then on top of that, these cells are it's just basically storms. So it's about to rain. It's about to rain heavily. There may be a few stratiform lightning bolts, but I think 4:30 kickoff is looking pretty good.
I think we're going to be good to go.
Yeah.
Now, the only question is, does the team show up?
Well, they better. Otherwise, they won't play the game.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're
I
saying.
like that.
I know
That's a good one right there.
That's an analogy in terms of if they show up.
Did they show up against Notre Dame even? I mean, I don't know. I don't know who showed up to that.
Notre Dame shell-shocked us a little bit.
They did.
What was annoying was there were so many Notre Dame fans scattered throughout the stadium, everywhere.
And here's the problem, Dan. You know me. I'm just going to stay until the end. And so I'm sitting there and I'm surrounded by 10,000 Notre Dame fans, and they're all hooting and hollering, doing their cheers. And I'm just living a nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there like this. And I even left early after Taylor Green threw that last interception with 5 minutes ago. I left. I was like, okay, I can't handle another second of this anymore.
So here's a great. I got to show this comment.
I like this one.
I wish that the YouTube weather content creators would stop reporting forecasts weeks ahead of time. You know why they do it? So they get engagement.
Money.
It's all driven on engagement.
Money.
I honestly, I wish it would just totally stop.
I hate to name drop, but Ryan Hall.
Yeah. Well, we won't name drop. You just did.
I did, but yeah.
He does have a great product. His production value is really good. Yeah. His studio is really cool. He even has a AI bot that the Walmart people use.
Y'all bot.
The AI in order to keep there's a lot of great things that are being done there. There's no doubt about that. But it's all about views and shares, and I just wish all of that would go away, because all of the entire meteorological community is just now a joke as to how much engagement you can get.
Yeah.
And my posts aren't going to hit if I'm talking about, we'll get a few storms. Yeah, we might have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. There will be a lot of lightning and thunderstorms, but it's no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so tired of this is the most massive risk ever. This is
going to be different. Arrows.
This is awesome. This is amazing. Wow. Arrows. It's and it's all engagement. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
A storm like no other.
A storm like no other.
Well, it's just true because every storm is different.
Exactly. And that's what makes the weather, in my opinion, fun to forecast. Because there's always something different. Every system is different.
Not only is every system different, but all forecasts are not equal either.
Yeah.
I'm tired of people grouping everybody together and saying, Josh is like, I'm going to sit down for this. But it's like, I'm tired of everybody grouping the forecasts all together, because it's like, your opinion can't be grouped together with other people. It's your opinion.
Absolutely.
Our forecast can't be grouped together with all the other people and all the other media sources that are out there, including Apple weather.
Well, think about it this way too. I mean, we're a team and stuff like that. And sometimes we have different opinions, right, on certain systems. So that's why you kind of get together with other meteorologists and talk about what you're both seeing, so you can get the best possible forecast. It's not just one guy, giving the forecast, right?
Yeah.
That's a good private. That's a good private message. Just casually bring it up.
Yeah. Sorry, we were just reading something else behind the
That was
scenes.
funny.
But anyways,
but
listening.
but I think that's a problem a lot of times too with these social meteorologists. That's what I call them, right? Because it's just like one guy.
It's just
right?
a joke.
And so they're all split, right? There's one guy here, one guy here, one guy here. They all have their own different thing to try to get their engagement farming right. They all have kind of the same general idea on how to engagement farm, but they all have these different forecasts. And then you go to us, who are trying to use our, kind of background and stuff like that in order to.
But you won't even see it.
Yeah, you won't even see it.
It won't even hit your timeline.
And we're following that kind of process, right?
Yeah.
It's like Plinko, right? We talk about Plinko, right? As you get a little bit closer, your confidence increases. We can just give you the general pattern at first. We can't make blanket statements right off the bat, right? We can't say this is absolutely going to happen 7 days out. We can just give you a general idea. And guess what? Facebook and Twitter doesn't like that.
No,
it won't put that stuff to the top.
No,
because it doesn't get the engagement, doesn't get the views. Whereas if I could say 7 days out, I could say massive tornado going to hit Northwest Arkansas. Boom, 100,000 engagements right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, I love Reed. He's a great guy, but he also said big tornado event coming. It's like,
and now he's backed off
instead,
on that.
you just say thunderstorms possible.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't get anything.
It doesn't get anything.
But that's the forecast.
Yep.
But he is. I'll be honest. It's a great comment. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to badmouth anybody. I'm just going to do what I can do. I do get frustrated though, because our stuff isn't seen, and all it is it's just an engagement war. That's all it is now.
Yeah.
Engagement has become like an infested venom drug, if you will.
Really
Have you ever seen the movie Venom? It's that thing that's like creeping around and then it enters inside you, and then it's like totally different. That is exactly what this engagement thing has happened.
Mm-hmm.
And if engagement doesn't happen on your page, and then people aren't going to see it. And then it's like, what happened to the rain today? It's like, well, we don't have rain. We didn't have it in the forecast. Or the opposite. Last Monday, we had that complex of storms that was going to clip eastern sections of Northwest Arkansas. And guess what? You got to know it's northwest flow. And it didn't rain everywhere, but there was some rain there.
Absolutely.
Just like yesterday morning, there was rain in the river valley. No, it wasn't just a trace. There were some rain showers.
Exactly.
And it produced rain.
Yep.
So, I just, it's frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also wears me out too, because people will be like, asking all these questions, especially when it comes to wintertime. My goodness.
Oh boy, I'm
every
bracing
single
myself.
storm is going to be the worst snowstorm ever. And it's like every winter season is going to be the worst winter ever.
Yep.
There are fun things that you can do in nature, and opening up the persimmon seeds, and it's fun. It's fun to see. Is it super scientifically accurate? I'm not convinced that all persimmon seeds are spoons anyway.
Exactly.
To be honest with you,
I was going to say,
unless you happen to cut them open different.
Then, exactly. Then you can cut a spoon out.
Then they don't appear as a spoon, but it's fun.
I was going to say one more thing.
Yeah.
Like just on this real quick.
We're going all off. Let's real quick give a radar update
little
here.
Radar update. Yes.
Big cluster of garbage.
Yes.
But a lot of rain, some thunderstorms, no rotation, no tornadoes.
Yeah.
And we still have people that are on the stream, so we appreciate that.
We do.
But
absolutely.
We might not even get a whole bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings.
I don't know. I don't think we'll get one.
Yeah.
That's my bold prediction.
This is just a bunch of rain, but still dangerous. I heard a big, huge crack of thunder not too long ago. So
absolutely.
But anyways, as we're doing that, what were you saying?
All I was going to say was, this is my final, point on the matter, just to wrap it up on this discussion. The reason why, and I know this is the same reason for you, the reason why I'm in this industry is because I love people.
Yeah.
And I care about people, and I care about this community. And I want to use the skills that God has given me when it comes to the weather in order to keep people safe. And so I think a lot of our frustration just stems from the fact that a lot of this stuff can be classified as misinformation.
Yeah.
And it makes the people that we care about confused.
Yes.
And so when we're trying to like give an accurate forecast to not fear monger and stuff like that and to get people into a tizzy, you know, when we see that kind of stuff getting engagement, it's kind of frustrating and it can be demoralizing at times.
Yeah, it does. It can be demoralizing. You
Yeah.
work your fanny off trying to create some really good content.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even get posted.
Yeah.
It doesn't even get seen.
Yeah. And I want
2 likes.
And I just want people to see that stuff because we put so much effort in it so that they can be informed and stay safe when severe weather strikes. So I think that's just really what our frustration boils down to, because at our core, you know, and why we're in this industry is because we love people and we want to keep people safe.
You know, I do got to say this, okay? Ryan Hall is amazing at live weather coverage. He is. He does it everywhere. Okay, so I'm not doing it everywhere, and I refuse to do it. I'm going to cover our area, maybe some big events. If there's a storm that's got a tornado, just because I love the meteorology behind it, I want to understand it.
Yeah.
Ryan, he has great resources. He has a lot of things that he does. His stream looks, you know, really cool.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the live aspect.
No,
I'm talking about the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days out in order to get those viewers, in order to get that viewing, in order to get those amount of people that are subscribers.
Yeah.
There has to be something that does that. And it's the huge, this is the biggest storm
big
ever.
Arrows. Stuff like that.
But Facebook loves arrows.
Yeah.
So does YouTube. Any type of thumbnail that's got a big, huge arrow on it is going to get engagement.
It absolutely
I even did an experiment. I put a giant arrow on something and it got thousands of engagement.
Absolutely.
And it was just a test.
It was proof of the pudding. It was proof of concept.
And then we actually had a big flooding event that night from that little disturbance. There's the small stuff that makes the big stuff happen. So I just got to mention here, you know, Max Hall, Max Hall. You can kind of combine them, actually, to be honest with you. Ryan Hall, Max Velocity, they do a great job.
They do fantastic work when they're live.
They do.
Absolutely.
I just don't like the whole biggest storm ever, largest storm system.
Yeah.
Watch this. Incredible. Swooping, spinning, turning, churning,
and
all that stuff.
Yeah. And again,
we're going to go off on a beef.
Absolutely.
I mean,
you know,
we can do this.
And like I said, I have a tremendous amount of respect for the live coverage, but you know, I did have to call out one of them one time on social media about what they said. I said, look, you were saying 7 days ago there was going to be a big hurricane that hit the East Coast of the United States. I'm talking about the one earlier this year.
Where did it go?
And it went way east. And now you're not saying that you got it wrong, or you're not saying, oh, you're not changing your forecast. You're just ignoring it now.
Yeah.
Like you need, if you're looking to be a good weather forecaster that's not giving misinformation, right? You need to forecast your misses, you know? You need to admit your misses. And he got really mad at me about that on social media. I'm not going to name the person who it was. But he got really mad at me on social media and blocked me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know,
there has to be some accountability.
There has to be accountability.
There's no accountability.
Yeah.
They could post whatever they want. They could do whatever they want. They could say whatever they want.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of like Homer Simpson goes back in the bushes and just disappears if it's not accurate.
Good visual. That's a good analogy.
It is.
It is a really good
analogy. That's exactly what happens. They just disappear.
Yes.
We can get to the weather, but there's nothing really to show. There's thunderstorms. There's clusters of storms.
Reiterating
That's it. There's nothing. Yeah. You got lightning. You got thunder. The game has been delayed until 4:30. There's really not a whole lot of things to be concerned about. This storm system came in. It exploded thunderstorms everywhere. It was a big system, so we knew rain was going to be likely. And that's what I said. There will be rain. There will be lightning. There will be thunderstorms. I did not say there will be a tornado. And in fact, the 8-ball last night said, don't count on it.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
And the 8-ball is the best forecast right there.
8-ball is on there. Yeah. And we do that, obviously, for fun. Obviously, we've done meteorology education. You got your meteorology degree, meteorologist Josh Rugger, all that stuff. So I think that Zach Hall, another Hall, he does not sensationalize as much, but he does post all the time, and that's his job.
Absolutely.
I can't keep up with that. It just makes it exhausting mentally. physically, emotionally,
Mhm.
all that stuff.
Yeah, but I keep up with Zachary Hall too, and I think he does a great job.
It depends on what you mean by bust. You know,
Mhm.
like it's rained, it's stormed, there's been a ton of lightning.
I think the forecast verified.
Yeah. Now, maybe not as much severe. I did think there would be a few severe thunderstorm warnings and some gusty winds, but I won't say that, you know, this is a little bit less just because storms popped up everywhere.
Well, we put on our graphic, we said limiting factor, a morning round of storms could limit instability.
Yep.
And that's what
Definitely was the case. There's a good little rumble of thunder right there. So
yeah.
Any questions at all before we shut this down,
Yeah.
this live stream down, because we don't need to go the whole time
Yeah,
at
I
all.
agree.
While we're doing that, I'm going to bring this up real quick. Let's look at Mega Doppler. There's a little bit of heavier rain now coming into Fayetteville.
Here we go.
Along with some small hail as well. So if we look, there you got it. Just
very tiny.
Tiny hail. Barely even noticeable. But, boy, that's a lot of rain.
That is a lot of rain. Man, there could be some localized flooding potential. That is something that could materialize.
Yeah.
Especially in southern Washington County.
And then there's still some lightning that could delay the game if they did kick off. But, you know, we're approaching 1:15, and
good move.
I think it was a good move to delay that game.
Yep, 100%.
All right. Just tuned in. Well, you missed a rant. You missed us going over some highly detailed, specific things on QLCS tornadoes, and you missed us going over the radar.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the seats are going to be so wet.
I know. Whoa, score predictions. I like that one from Joel.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'll give you a score prediction.
Yeah?
I'll give you a score prediction.
All right.
Okay, I'll start with A&M score first. Texas A&M 34.
Okay.
Arkansas 33.
Missed it by one.
Yeah. Arkansas will score a touchdown with 5 seconds to go but miss the extra point. And that will complete the infinity stones of Arkansas losing games in some crazy form or fashion. And after that, now here's the deal. Now you may be thinking, all right, that's negative, right? But here's the deal. After the infinity gauntlet is completed,
everybody gets fired.
Well, we've already fired our entire defensive staff. Yeah, no, you snap your fingers and the curse will be lifted. The curse will be lifted, and then Arkansas is going to start becoming a winning program again. But it just has to happen. We have to lose in that fashion. One more heartbreaking loss, and then bam.
We've been doing that for Razorback fans. Have been enduring that for years.
I know.
Yes. It's like, oh man,
how much more?
If you're an Arkansas fan, yeah.
Yes.
So tell me, where did you make this forecast? That's what I don't know. Social media is crazy where you get all these messages. I don't know where they're coming from.
Yeah, exactly.
Hogs by 90.
Hogs by 90.
There you go.
I usually say that, but
we have like
40 infinity stones. Yes, that's the comment of the day. That's the comment of the day.
I think personally, my score prediction is A&M 40. No, there's rain and stuff.
I know it's gonna be a sloppy
wet.
field.
It's gonna be pretty soggy.
Yeah.
I'll go with 38 Texas A&M and 28 Arkansas.
That sounds about like an Arkansas A&M game.
Yeah, 38-28.
Yeah. Do you think Arkansas will be up at halftime? There's a little thing to add there.
No, but I think unlike most games when we lose it in the second half, I think we'll start to come back, kind of like Tennessee.
Very similar.
We'll come back.
I think we'll be ahead at halftime, and then fourth quarter happens, and you know what happens. Hog's gonna hog.
All right, it says so. Man, there's mission control. I'm lost, man.
Me too.
You're talking about the QLCS tornado research losing some people. I'm lost on that.
A&M 6, Arkansas 7. I like that.
That's a real low scoring game.
That's what Pam said. That's 6-7.
Oh no. I got it just now.
You see it?
I figured it out just now. 6-7.
6-7.
Wait, I gotta get you down there.
Doing it. 6-7. The kids love that, man. I mean, they were going crazy during that school tour.
I love doing it so much because the kids are going to be annoyed that I'm doing it, just like my kids. and then they don't want to do it anymore
Yeah.
because it's not as cool.
Exactly. Once
the
an
adults
older
are doing
person
it.
does it, it's not cool anymore.
Yep. So we're just gonna keep doing
I
it.
don't even know what 6'7" means. I guess I'm getting old.
It's like a rap song, basketball player. Who knows?
There's all
No
kinds
one
of things.
knows.
I saw a little lightning strike there.
Yep. But look at that rain that's coming into Fayetteville. Man.
Torrential.
Should we see what Dixon Street looks like?
Sure.
Looks pretty dead.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Whoa, there's a lot of people
No,
out there.
whoa, there's a nice little lightning bolt. You just saw the flash from it. What if we see a lightning bolt just strike right down on Dixon Street?
Dude, that would be. Oh man, not with all those people out there.
No,
please.
I don't want to see that at all.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
Always
possible.
possible.
I know. Gotta take that seriously. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we could look at that. The River Valley camera.
That's a good camera.
Yeah, this is
I
a
love
good one.
Kisser.
I love that one. You can see the winds picking up, and you can see the low level shear. But man, I just don't think we get anything.
Denton, you're savage. Savage.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh man. Love that we have a moderator.
Oh, it's a good tie. Yeah, it's gone.
Yes.
For our area, maybe a little bit farther east. Let's keep watching that line as the upper level energy moves in. Speaking of that, I do want to look at. Boy, is this confusing. You got 2 and 1s and 1s and 2s and all that stuff. We're gonna have to fix this.
There's some things. Yeah,
we're gonna have to fix this up.
This is just kind of a test run, basically.
Which is good. I'm glad there wasn't a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. Now you can see some gusty winds starting to move towards Huntsville right now along Highway 412.
Bring that up here.
So you can see right here along this line, nothing significant that I can see in terms of anything rotating, but that's definitely the look of some gusty winds that's moving along Highway 412 towards Huntsville right now.
Speaking of Huntsville, we got this new weather camera right here from the airport. I'm going to bring this up. Oh, man, the winds are picking up in Fayetteville. There goes those tents. You can see them. All right, hold on. Let me. Presets. I think that's a west view. I got the preset set on that. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you can kind of see the. You can kind of see the leading edge of the line. Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm zoom in on that.
Yeah, kind of a rough base there.
There you go.
Yeah.
A little bit of a ragged base. So that could be maybe the development of possibly a storm that's a little stronger or so. But that's the leading edge of the shelf cloud.
Yep. Which, of course, that's what we were looking at on Mega Doppler with that line.
Do you think we'll get a weather bug camera in the Highfill area? Kind of do. We got this one right here, which is Fulbright Junior High. It's pretty close to XNA. We're trying to figure out if a camera would be good on top of the airport air traffic control tower.
That would be sick.
Well, it would, but there's a lot of equipment. There's a lot of lights. And there would be a lot of basically stuff that would
overstimulating.
Yeah.
Plus more planes coming in and stuff like that. Tornado watch issued in southwest Arkansas and southeast Oklahoma.
It's not in our weather coverage area.
Yeah. That makes sense, though. The instability is greater in those spots.
Yep.
A little bit more time for these storms to cook there, too.
And let's look at that here. If we go to, I don't think I have Shreveport at all. Because it's not close enough. Let's just look at this.
Oh yeah, those storms. That looks more like discrete development.
So there is a little more storm activity, but I want to show you this here. Okay, we don't have it brought up. Let me bring it up pretty quick. So here you've got, there you can see the energy moving in. And there's the tornado watch that's to the south. And if we look at that, tornado watch is in effect. It goes until, looks like there's a.
Is that air quality?
No, that's not air quality. That is air traffic. Air traffic stuff. I can't remember. Aviation. I want to say it's aviation. Let's look. Aviation weather warning.
Interesting.
There you go.
Wow.
So it says lightning within 10 miles of the airport, winds greater or equal to 35 knots, which, by the way, there's going to be delays, like we said, at X and A. And if Dallas, which gets delayed on the latest, just tiniest shower, there's going to be delays at X and A too.
Absolutely.
More lightning and more thunder. Here comes the upper level energy, though. Check this out.
Ooh, yeah.
Pretty stout little energy. And there you see those storms popping up.
That thing is injecting to the north.
Starting to get a little more intense. This is where the heavy rain now is coming into Fayetteville. So this is the bulk of the strongest activity. This is basically the leading edge of the storm system. And look at Huntsville. It's got a little bit of more of a circulation on it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep that camera up from Huntsville. I think I have it loaded up on here, don't I? Huntsville.
Oh, this is Josh Rugger.
Oh, it's yours.
Yeah,
okay. That's all right. We can bring it up on weather 3.
Yep.
Let me just bring it up on here. Hold on. I got it. There you go.
And
So there's your base
I'll pull up Naked Dot
of that thunderstorm. Yeah,
that storm does look a little bit more interesting now.
We'll have to watch that.
Yep.
As that comes in. And of course, we got our Huntsville Middle School camera too. There's another look at that base coming in. That's looking west. Look at how strong the low-level shear is.
It's racing.
Let's do a little tour of the cameras. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that storm is looking a little more impressive.
Absolutely.
So that's the leading edge of the line. That's the one that came through Fayetteville not too long ago. Check this out. We're watching this closely. So that's a little circulation area that's approaching Huntsville. The reason we've got that, bring this up full. Boy, it's a lot of low-level shear, so you can tell that energy is moving in. Move this down just a little bit. So if you'll notice, Josh, on our stream, we've got the WeatherBug Network camera. Oops, sorry, my bad. There we go.
Right there.
So we got the WeatherBug Network camera, and we've got the camera
Naked Doppler
showing the circulation. Let's see if this continues to increase. Now, that must mean that the low-level winds are starting to crank up.
Yep.
So in that case,
which is why in the first SPC outlook that came out, remember the tornado threat's still low, but it increased a little bit more east of I-49. But they were kind of spot on with that too. These areas haven't seen as much shower and storm development either throughout the morning hours. So you're starting to see the leading edge of that line run into some more instability. Let's see here. Actually,
there we go. There's the airport camera. Oh yeah, look at that.
Man, that camera's clean.
I know, isn't it?
That is a great camera.
That is a great view, and it's a lot higher up, and it's got a great view to the west too.
So I'm looking right now on Weather 1 as well, and you got
a little more instability, huh?
Yep. Absolutely.
So notice how we said Benton and Washington County, but not necessarily Madison County.
Yep.
For the tornado potential.
And again, those areas haven't seen any shower and storm development this morning, so of course the storms are starting to take off a little bit more.
That's a raindrop. Sometimes these raindrops can look very suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that camera is showing some spin in the atmosphere there. For sure.
Yeah,
so that's something that we've got to watch, Josh.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we need to, we'll hop on there.
Yep. Yeah, as we talked about, east of I-49, basically the I-49 corridor is all clear. So if you live Benton and Washington County, Bentonville, Fayetteville areas, you're all clear. I'd say the same in Fort Smith too.
Yeah, Fort Smith is clear. We'll bring that up here as we look at the different camera sources.
Yeah, so we're looking at the instability. So basically these yellow shaded colors that you're seeing out ahead of the line, that's where the instability is a little bit greater. If I take a wider view here, you can see we've got more blue shaded colors off in central Oklahoma. And that's because the atmosphere is sapped at this point. So east of this line, there's a little bit more fuel for that shower and storm development, as we talked about. That's why these storms could become a little bit more intense as they start pushing into the higher terrain areas of the Boston and Ouachita Mountains. But again, that's not the only ingredient, obviously. Our shear vectors are still not the most favorable right now, which means there's not as much leeway for these storms as they move off to the north and east to rotate.
These clouds are moving, though.
I know.
You have every camera recording?
Every camera.
Oh my gosh, that's probably slowing down the computer, but it's still working though.
Is it chugging?
It's still going.
Look at that hawk right there.
Yeah, I see it. So this is our weather camera. Bring this up on this source. So we're watching a little area of potentially stronger winds, a little shear boundary. That's on Howell Heating Cooling Mega Doppler. That's west of Huntsville. It's got a little bit of a base, and we pointed that out right before we even saw the radar. But there's the base with that cell, and it's a little bit more of a defined base, a little bit more of an interesting look to it. Here's a look from Huntsville. I wouldn't say this is tornadoing anytime soon, but it's kind of what you look at along the leading edge of the line.
This is the most visually impressive storm we've seen so far today, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like no doubt.
The most structure and everything else. Yeah, there you go. There's a bigger view of the Huntsville airport camera.
Yeah.
And it starts spinning.
You see a little splash of water right there?
Yeah, of course. Right there.
Right there.
There's another view.
That area right there is a little interesting.
Yeah, that's the area that you got to watch. Right in the middle.
So this storm is definitely intensifying quite a bit. So you know what I'm going to do, Dan?
Yeah.
On weather one, I'm going to make a storm track on this.
Okay.
So stand by on that front. We'll push it to this radar here. We'll let you know where this is going. Looks like this storm's still moving off to the east-northeast. At least the most dangerous storm right now.
Well, we got some heavy rain in Fayetteville. Got additional rain that's happening, but boy, I'm thinking, man, this is going to be shutting it down. I think a 4:30 kickoff is looking really solid right now.
Yeah, I think we're going to be in great shape for that.
So
fantastic.
You know, I tell my wife that, I don't even think we'll have to be in here.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Because there's no 6 o'clock, right?
Yeah, no 6 o'clock.
I think you'll get a full game in, man. And he's going to be in the fancy seats too. He's going to be having like an eyepiece, monocle.
I have no idea.
The monocle, the suit, everything.
That's why you're saying monocle. I thought you were talking about me being so far away from the field.
No.
I won't be able to see anything.
No, dude, you're like wine and cheese, man.
Okay, I got you.
You get it now. Yes.
I thought you were talking about like you're like, yeah, you're going to be so far away from the game.
You're going to be living the fancy life, man. So here's a look at that storm track that I made. Again, I'm keeping these storms off to the east-northeast at about 35 miles per hour. I think I agree with that. Huntsville, within the next 10 minutes, you're going to start seeing heavier rain. Actually, it might be a little bit before that, too. Berryville at 1:51 p.m., Green Forest at 2:03, Kingston at 2:11 p.m., Cedar Creek at 2:51, and then maybe towards the Harrison area at 2:52, though, based on the current track of the storm, I think it might move a little bit farther to the north and east, maybe just north of Harrison, but still going to watch that very closely. That's the most dangerous storm right now in our area.
Miana said, how long do you think the game is going to get delayed today? Well, 2 hours, obviously, because the kickoff was supposed to be 2:30. Now it's 4:30. So I think a 2-hour delay, and I think that'll be enough. Check this out here. Huntsville, that's starting to look a little more interesting.
That is very interesting. That's a nasty looking storm.
It's got a little more of that spinny look. Yep. That's coming right over Huntsville. It's not still anything tornadic. Yeah.
It's very elongated too. You can also see that visually as well.
Now check this out. This is our camera. This is looking west, and then I'll show you where our other camera is located, and it shows you how low down in the valley it is. So we can spin around here.
It's another thing too about these mountains is that sometimes it looks a lot lower than it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
You get a lot more of those scary looking clouds.
Yep.
But I think I see some scud.
Let me show you something here real quick.
Mhm.
Bring this up. So this is our WeatherBug Network camera from Huntsville, and then our previous camera is located. You can kind of see it right there. Can you see the cursor? Or no.
Oh, yeah, I can see the cursor. Yeah, I can see the cursor.
Oh, that's because
On the weather
but we
source.
don't hold on. We don't have that on. We don't have that on here. Okay, so right here, this is where the camera is located on that tower. See how low that is?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're looking west, you run into that thing. But now we can take this, we can move it west, and then you can see. Oh, it looks like it's not even as defined anymore.
Yeah, now that we're actually close to it.
Yep. Also, don't see any rotation along the leading edge of that line, but a lot of rain, some gusty winds.
That's a gnarly looking cloud.
That's cool, though, how you can adjust that. We can move those cameras. I will say we have a pretty good camera network.
I would agree.
The best out of anywhere, and I think even the best out of those streamers, too.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to put cameras in all these different locations. That way we
strategically placed.
Yeah, exactly. So that way we could cover most of our coverage area.
So this is, you're looking at the Huntsville WeatherBug Network camera. Here's a look at what happened.
Every single camera except for this one is recording.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be. No, don't. It's not that big of a deal.
It's such a cool camera, though.
I know, but it doesn't need to be a big deal.
I guess Huntsville Middle School will be cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can still see it in Huntsville Middle
Dang.
School. But that's what that looks like, and that's what structure is.
It's a beautiful shot.
And so I don't think.
Oh, it's falling apart.
Yeah,
too.
there's much rotation, so you can see that.
That's trash. Now.
Totally falling apart.
Yeah.
Visually.
Look at that racing, though. I mean, it is booking it.
It is moving quick.
Very fast.
More rain and thunderstorms, but this is going to be, I think, out of here pretty soon.
Exactly. At least the lightning.
Oh, Jacob Fury, what's going on, my man? This is the old school days. He was our audio operator.
Oh, nice.
Jacob Fury is the man. In fact, he worked with us when Hayden was here.
Oh, really? And now it's coming full circle.
Jake is who trained Hayden, as a matter of fact, on audio.
Really?
Yes. It's coming full circle.
All full circle now. I love that.
Jacob Fury. Jacob McWhorter. We call him Fury.
Fury.
Man, we had some good times.
That is awesome.
Camera's panned in on you. But we did a hamburger eating contest in Ed Walker's in the River Valley. They have that big giant burger. On the 4th of July, they both gave us one of these. And I had to eat it while I was on the air at 9 o'clock.
What?
And Jake had to eat it while we were doing, Jacob had to eat it while he was doing audio. And so we were trying to pound down this burger. We got about halfway. There went no way. You know, it was tough to do weather and talk and eat. You're like,
exactly. But you got halfway done throughout the entire segment.
I think, what did we get? Half? I think it was maybe like a little under half. Yeah. But
during the segment.
No. It was 1 hour.
What? Dude, it was that big?
Yeah, it was that. It is giant.
Okay, that's saying something because I know you're like a black hole over here.
This is insane, dude.
Yeah.
It's like that big of a burger.
What?
It's so good. Ed Walker's.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That is wild. Well,
Green skies in Bentonville. Let's check it out.
Green. Oh, let's look at the Bentonville Square. Where is everybody now?
Yeah. Looks like the weather protested.
It did. Yes. It can do that.
All right. Oh, yeah. I loved. All right. You got to make sure you say this right. Fuddruckers.
I'm not going to say it.
I've been there many times. And I always would put the cheese on top, the melted cheese. Man, the camera wants to focus in on you.
Why?
Are they looking at the Ed Walker's burger? It's so fun.
There you go.
Nope. Just hold that up. There we go. There it goes.
Beyond mid.
Stop tracking.
Yeah. Look, you got to see the real gains here, camera. Okay. I'm catching up.
Shoot.
5 5-pound burger. Holy cow.
Solo leveling. Have you seen that?
I've not seen that.
Oh, it's good.
Solo
It's
leveling.
good. Yeah, solo leveling.
Uh-huh.
Super windy day Monday. That's the truth too. Windy with that system coming in. Also windy tonight too, as well.
Dan, if I ever see, I'm not even going to attempt to say it right now, but I'm just going to defer to you.
Fuddruckers?
Yep. I'm just going to defer to you every time.
Fuddruckers. It's Fuddruckers. I've said it many, many times.
Yeah, you've got that.
Fuddruckers was so good.
Yes.
Oh man, those burgers were amazing. That's making me hungry for burger. I think I'm gonna have a burger today.
You know what? I think I might have one too.
We should. After this
destroy
live stream, let's go ahead and we'll do that. We're just watching this line. We will probably shut it down here pretty soon. But remember, there's no severe thunderstorm warnings. You can see the map down on the bottom right. No severe thunderstorm warnings.
Yeah.
And by the way, might not be a bad idea to add special weather statements in that map too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
like show the locations.
I think we'll do that. I think we'll do that. Maybe instead of showing the counties under special weather statements, to do the actual polygons.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
I think
I like that idea.
It's a good thing to add.
Something that we might do that a little bit later. So, well, I think we can shut this down.
I think
that line is done.
Yep.
It's died. The tornado threat is in southwest Arkansas, but even that doesn't look super impressive. And so this is it. We got one severe thunderstorm warning in southwest Missouri.
Missouri, of all places.
But that's it. I think that does it. That's the end of our live stream. We're going to shut it down here. So a lot of lightning, that verified. Heavy rain, that verified. No severe thunderstorm warning. So
that's what we like to see.
Yeah, I'm loving that.
Yes.
So we got some great rain. Yes, it caused a little bit of an issue for the Razorback game, but Razorback's about to play here.
Pig.
Soon.
Let's go.
How's OU doing against South Carolina?
Oh, that's a good question. Is Mateer playing in this one? He shouldn't have played in the last game. He was still hurt. Let me look on my real app here. I also want to see what the Vanderbilt score is too, because they're playing LSU. All right, here's your college football update. SEC scores. Vanderbilt 31, LSU 21. Start of the fourth quarter.
Vanderbilt's good, man.
Dude, Oklahoma. Pavia, yes. Oklahoma up 14-7 at half.
Who's playing quarterback?
That's a good question. Mateer.
Okay.
I mean, he shouldn't have played last week.
No.
He shouldn't have played. Let's look at another top 25. Georgia Tech 10, Duke 10. Second half.
I gotta watch some.
Man, there's some good games going on. You know, Miami lost yesterday, and you actually called me at like the perfect time yesterday. I was freaking out because
you're going nuts.
Because Beck did an interception. There's already a lot of upsets so far this morning. I'm just saying this could be upset Saturday. Let's go. Come on, Hogs.
Right. Upset Saturday.
Yes.
Well, we just wanted to provide that live coverage just in case stuff does go down, and also to make sure people are safe. Yeah, there it is. Thunderstorm risk coming to an end. This is why we didn't say it was the worst storm ever. It's why we didn't say it was the biggest event ever going to be.
This will hit different.
All that stuff. So we just got to be careful. We just, can't say anything nice. Don't say anything at all.
That's true.
No.
That's true.
I got to remember that. Quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to become angry.
Absolutely.
The Bible says it. It is great advice.
Yes. And
sometimes it's hard to do.
And Zach Gilday reminded us of that all the time too. It's just like, in this industry, right? Things can turn around on you really quickly.
Yeah.
So it's always important to stay humble and stay grounded.
Yeah.
Just treat people with love and respect.
So like I said, we do appreciate what, with the coverage, but, of the live streams. And I'm not going to deny, they blow me away in the amount of followers that they have, engagement. Do I care? No. I don't judge my life.
They cover a larger area.
I don't judge my life on engagement.
Yeah.
I don't judge my life on how many likes or how many shares or how many posts I got, reposts. I don't gauge my life on that. I gauge my life on, obviously, God, family.
Yep.
That's the most important. And then at the same time, making sure people are safe.
Absolutely.
For weather and severe weather and all that stuff. So
that's why we're here.
All right. God bless. Take care. Have a good one. Woo pig.
Woo pig.
Go Hogs. And man, we'll catch you guys later. Again, there's once again a look at Mega Doppler. Let me bring that up here real quick. There's nothing to look at with tornadoes or anything like that. But yep, So there you go.
Absolutely.
Take care. God bless. We will see you guys later.
On
Thanks
Spot 90.
for watching.